And we are recording. Hello to everybody watching from home, all 8,700 of you. It's wonderful to have such a big crowd, a big following. I love how you all comment on our videos. It's fantastic. The Chronicles of the Folk Band. The Folk Band come together again for a 47th session. And I suppose this is way more than 47, right? It's just 47 since you became the Chronicles, when you finally defeated Ebon Death at the Battle of Lyland. Anywho, you started this session in a pretty nasty spot against the Shadow Horde, but as typically happens in the War of Attrition, the Folk Band win. After that first round of surprise attacks, the Folk Band really just handled business, and it quickly became a rout, and the Shadow Horde was completely and finally defeated. Unfortunately, it seems that the kindly shadow elemental also went bye-bye. So we'll see if he ever makes another return. Anyway, so the
I
Folk
do
Band...
not buy that for a second. There's the Shadow Horde is good and finally defeated. Yeah, screw you.
Not the Zentarum, though, just the Shadow Horde. The Folk Band won. They had just a few moments before the sound of running boots kind of spooked them. They had a great plan. Zuazos convinced Captain Belden, as he arrived, that they were not the aggressors and that it was the assassins from the Zentarum that killed the Lord, which was technically true. And the guard totally believed you. Zuazos was very convincing. The guard bought the story, which was technically true. And and so the Folk Band skedaddled on out of there before they could ask too many questions, but also after agreeing to join the new group in the negotiation happening with the Stone Giants later that day. So the Folk Band went to an inn, just kind of hung out for a little while, got themselves a little bit of a rest in, and then they joined Captain Belden and the rest of the group, heading towards negotiations for the Stone Giants, which went really well. It was very clear from the start that both sides this time wanted the same thing, which was basically just peace, like kind of leave each other alone. And that seems to be the current agreement, with the idea that they will get together regularly and make sure things are still okay. Feeling pretty good about that. The Folk Band talked to Thane Kyolithica and explained that they need to go back to the Maelstrom. She was more than happy to help. And unless there are any needed retcons, we are going to bring the Folk Band to the Maelstrom.
I did have something. I know we spoke about it sort of semi-briefly. So we didn't really come to a consensus on, am I safe to unattune from the Amulet of Protection from Detection, do we think?
I mean, the Zentarum know all of us. So
yeah, well,
unless
Justin
we
made
have
the good point that if they want to try and find us by scrying or something like that, that they can.
Yeah.
That there's no, but like the Revenant is why I was using the amulet. So Nick, if it's all right with you, if I could retcon that, I would have unattuned from the amulet and then instead attuned to the rod of absorption.
Yeah, absolutely.
Cool.
I support that decision.
Yeah, because I like the rod of absorption would have been super useful in that fight with the Zentarum. I got immolated a couple times.
Yes, you did. Yep.
Can I also just say that I sent Rubble back to the Harpers?
Oh, yes.
Varnock was going to have a scroll for me. But do we know what Harper location he was at?
He's usually at Everlund. That's like the main base.
Would it be possible or reasonable that Ma'am could make a stop at the Loudwater Harpers, take their teleportation circle to Varnock? Or would that be too much time, or possibly he may not even have it done? Because I don't remember when he said, like, next time I see you, I'll have it done.
I don't remember that either. When was the last time? It was before you went to Dragon Doom was the last time you saw him. Right, so you went to Dragon Doom.
So a couple of days?
I think it's been one day.
Yeah, it's
Only
really...
one day. Oh my god.
One day, right? Because
Yeah.
you left Everlund to go to Dragon Doom. You didn't sleep overnight in the caverns. You took one short rest. It was dark. In the morning, you grabbed snacks and went right to Loudwater. Yeah. So it was literally yesterday. How long does it take to scribe a scroll? I didn't think it took that long. Scribing the first. Oh, these are DMG.
Is it different than putting it into your spell book? Because that's like 2 hours for every level, I think, or an hour for every level. I think it's 2 hours every level.
It's way too long for us to.
Wow. So a first level spell scroll will take 4 8-hour days and cost 100.
Oh my god!
It can't be right, is it?
No.
That's crazy.
Wait, is that new rules?
I don't know. DMG scroll scribing. Use the chart on page 200 of the DMG, which is packed. Oh, here we go. Item rarity, so it has different costs, and then minimum levels. And let's see, you can half the prices for consumables, and players can craft at 25 increments per 8 hours working on it. So it takes a character 8 hours to produce 25 gold pieces worth of a scroll. And a common scroll is 100 gold, so it would take 4 8-hour sessions. Jesus. That seems ridiculous.
That does seem a little wild.
That's uncommon magic.
I mean, I guess, drafting a spell for another caster to be able to interpret and understand is different than just copying. But that much? That's because Justin, it's for you. Is it 1 or 2 hours per level?
I think it's 2 hours.
Oh, multiple players can craft together, though. So if someone has help, you can double, triple, quadruple gold pieces per day. So if Varnock had 3 helpers, it could take him 1 8-hour day. And he's got the whole network there. Right? Like, I'm sure he could.
Yeah.
He could find a couple. I mean, what's his name's definitely going to help. Crowan might be a little too busy, but what's the kid's name? Billin would definitely help. Yeah. So yeah, he knows it's important, right? Like, he knows this would be a pretty important thing. So yeah, I'm gonna say it would take him 1 8-hour session, and he found that time. So as far as going there, okay, so you're gonna bring rubble anyway. So you waited an hour and then you went to the negotiations. I mean, after the negotiations, it's going to be like 3 p.m., right? So I guess depending on how long until you need to go to the Maelstrom, like, you could take as much time as you want. Like, you're not in any rush to get back to the Maelstrom, so...
So how long would it take for you to get to a teleportation circle?
Well, there's one right in Loudwater, so you just
Right.
have to go back to Loudwater, visit the Harpers, and, you know, they have the network, so it wouldn't cost you anything. You just... So about an hour to go back to Loudwater, so that brings you to... It's about 4 p.m., and it's really just, I mean, what, 5 minutes? If you don't want to chit-chat, you just jump into teleportation circle.
Sure.
Drop off rubble, grab the spell scroll, jump back. So, I mean, if we jump forward 2.5 hours, I think you can get that done.
Is that cool with everyone if I take that time?
Yeah.
Yeah,
cool with
no.
me.
Yeah.
I mean,
If that's helpful to
Like-
you, then
That's helpful.
Well,
for everybody.
it's for a scroll of teleportation, which is what Varnock used to get us out of the original.
Okay, I
in-
forgot.
then yeah,
Shadowheart.
that sounds like it's really helpful.
Hey God. All right. What level is teleportation? Is that level 7?
It is
teleport
level
to
7.
Okay. So that's probably not a common scroll then.
That's probably fair. I am entirely fine if it is not ready.
I didn't even
If
think
that-
of that. That was like for a first level spell. He could do it with a bunch of helpers.
Nick was like, "Yeah, we could do this," and then it's like,
"Yeah,
"Oh
fine."
wait."
And I was like, wait a minute. I think I'm bending the rules a
Wait a
little bit
minute.
there. All right, it is a level 7 spell. Hang on. What maybe items. Okay. Scroll. No. Above scroll. Apparently there's no scroll of teleportation.
Is it just teleport? Maybe.
teleport
Teleport
is the name of the
That's
spell.
right. Thank you. Yep, there it is. Okay, scroll of teleport is a very... Oh, there we go. I got an error. Alright, something's broken. I don't know. I don't care. Very rare.
Ooh, dang. Well, dang.
With 3 helpers, it would take Varnock 500 days.
Oh my
Oh
god!
God.
What?
That's... Oh my
I'm
god.
going to use the word dumb.
Okay.
I mean, even just
The folk
thinking
bands
about
only existed,
Like,
canonically, the folk bands only existed for 100 days.
right.
we've bought
I don't like...
high-level scrolls before.
Right.
I mean, they've been expensive, but thinking about
Right.
the amount of manpower.
I agree. It's ridiculous. No one would ever make a scroll if it took 4 people
Right.
500 days of 8-hour days.
Sell it for a couple thousand gold.
Right? Like, what?
That's...
I mean, the only word that comes to mind is stupid. Right? Like,
yeah,
that's stupid.
No, I think you were right. Dumb.
There's-
Dumb
I
is the
mean,
perfect word.
Like, you know, I mean, just the fact that it would cost 50,000 gold to create a scroll of teleport, right? And I'm looking at it in the items, and like the cost is like 6,000 gold pieces.
Oh God.
So it costs you 50,000 gold to make a scroll that you can then sell for 6,000.
That doesn't make sense.
It makes 0 is the amount of sense that makes.
Right, like that. This does not make sense at all. Like, that just doesn't make sense. Candlekeep. Yeah, stop. Yeah, I mean, very rare scroll, 6,000 almost gold pieces, but according to the DMG, it costs 50,000, and if you don't have helpers, it would take you 2,000 days.
At 25 gold a day.
Yeah.
And 8 hours of your time.
And 8 hours. Like 2,000 days. And 8 hours a day, 50,000 gold.
How many,
and you get one 6,000 gold scroll to sell.
How many days are in a year in Faerun?
365, right? Or I think it's close. I think it's the same thing. Basically, they tried to match things up. There's an extra day here and there, but I assume it's still, I mean, that's like 6 years, right? 6.5 years?
2000. Yeah.
Right?
Oh my God.
Okay.
That is.
So I'm going to go with no on that. I'm going to go with it. I'm going to go with no, it doesn't take that much time, but he would have to source some materials, right? Like, that's what I'm going to say. I'm going to say the price is expensive, right? And
very fair, yeah.
You have to get special, like, rune powder and, like there's special things that have to be purchased in order to make a scroll. Now, they are the Harpers, so it's not out of the realm of possibility that, they have those materials because, like, they're the Harpers. Like, there are a bunch of magic users, and it would make sense that they would hoard magic components, stuff like that. And or that, somewhere in their hideouts or somewhere in their, ranks, there is someone who has a scroll of teleport. So, roll a d6, and whatever number you get is how many days it's going to take for them to bring it all together. Right?
That makes
if you
sense.
roll a 1,
Yeah.
you'll get it the very next day because someone had one.
Great. I think that's very fair. Come on, 1. Oof.
Okay. So it's going to take 4 days.
But
today's
I
day
think
1.
entirely fair.
Okay.
Yeah. And so that's like, and did we set a precedent that Justin can copy into spellbook while we're riding platypels? Oh no, because you have to be casting, because you're ritual casting platypel the whole time.
You can
Right,
ritual
yeah.
cast riding a platypel,
Yeah.
but I would say you would not be able to describe something riding a platypel.
Right.
Yeah, that's right. And you wouldn't let me work on my tome either.
Right. Yeah.
Justifiably so.
Yeah.
I did get the display thing figured out, and it's amazing, and I love it.
Okay. Sweet. Nice. I will say, for going forward, I hate those rules. I hate those spell scribing rules. I'm going to have to figure something out with the cost. Maybe 10% of the cost. Maybe a bit of a roll.
Sure.
And then I probably will do the same thing with rolling for how long it takes. Because, again, it's more about finding the materials than it is about... Like, I don't think it should take that long to write down a spell, right? Like, I don't actually know what a spell scroll looks like, but I assume there's, if it's on a scroll, it can't take weeks and weeks of 8-hour days. That just doesn't make any sense.
In the book, they describe that it takes the time because you have to, like, fine tune all the different elements. So it's like you're writing a research paper, and you have to figure out what to say on it,
I guess,
as opposed to just like writing down, move your hands like this and say these words.
To me, it seems like a spell scroll is like a singular thing. Like if you had a spell scroll to look at as you're scribing another scroll, like, why would that take very long, right? It's the same words, it's the same runes, it's the same everything. Like, it shouldn't take that long.
I have no rebuttal for that.
Right. I don't know. I mean, maybe that's just my headcanon, but it just seems... And I guess it's a spell scroll, right? So you're putting power onto paper, and so maybe everything has to be fucking exact. And if your calligraphy is off just a little bit, then the spell doesn't fire, right? Like, it's a misfire or whatever. So maybe that's why it takes so long to get everything perfect. I don't know. I don't like those rules. I think if those rules are in place, like either we have to have yearly long downtimes, every once in a while, or like they're just not usable, right? Like those rules just aren't usable. Plus, they don't fit in this whole other thing that is going on in your world that you've totally ignored so far, which is fine, but it totally flies in the face of those rules that I created, so I don't like it. So I'll figure something else out if you want to start scribing scrolls, but I think for now I'm just going to have you roll for how many days it takes to source the material, or
cool.
if you can find someone that has one.
Yeah, I can't think of many reasons that I would want to scribe scrolls myself. So.
Okay, fantastic. All right.
Or unless you meant having other people scribe scrolls for me. But yeah,
I think the same, right? Like depending on who you ask, right? Like if you go into a small town and you're like, oh, I need a scroll of 5th level or whatever.
Surely,
they're either going to have one or they aren't.
It's just kind of occurring to me that maybe it wouldn't be the worst thing in the world to like have you like put down a scroll for some spell that like would be handy for me to be able to cast in a bad situation or something.
But I think even then it needs to be on your spell list.
Well, it needs to be on your list of spells that are available to you. But like I can only know so many spells because I'm a sorcerer, and it's one of the drawbacks. But like if you could scribe a spell of teleport, then even if you went down,
sure,
I see what Justin was saying.
I could cast teleport.
Yeah,
I think the spell has to be on. No, is that true? Does the spell has to be on your list for you to cast it via scroll?
I mean, like of my list of spells that I know. No, if it was on my list of spells that I know.
No, I mean like in your list, like your class, like sorcerer would have to have access to it.
Right.
I think.
Like you couldn't cast via scroll a spell that you can't cast anyway.
As a sorcerer.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like.
There's one restriction to who can use spell scrolls. The spell must be on your class's spell list.
Yeah.
So he wouldn't be able. So Mam wouldn't be able to put a wizard spell that you don't have access to on a spell for you to then cast.
I don't know how many spells there are that are wizard spells that aren't sorcerer spells. I don't think there are many.
That's very true.
And vice versa. List, yeah. It used to be like Chaos Bolt. It was my understanding that at one point in time, Chaos Bolt was the only sorcerer exclusive spell in the game, and then they changed it.
Okay.
But anyway, hi guys, I love you guys so much.
If you all are interested in scribing scrolls, I'll find some homebrewed rules somewhere for someone who fixed that problem.
Something for us to talk about another time, out of session.
Exactly, yeah. Okay. All right, moving on. Where are we? Okay. So it's going to take 4 days for you to get that scroll, but you were able to drop off rubble. I think that's fine. So we will jump to 5:30 p.m. after you branded, I guess, drop off bubble and check on the spell scroll. And yeah, okay. So you make your way back to it's going to take a little bit longer. Okay, so you would make your way back to the negotiation site after an hour, but it takes another half hour or so to get to the giants. Well, it would take another hour to get to the giants, so it's about 6:30 p.m. by the time you get back to the Stone Giants Cleft. So Deadstone Cleft. Is there or was there anything else anyone wanted to do in Loudwater? Any spells anybody wants to cast? Any preparations anyone wants to make?
Well, no, we didn't long rest.
No. We did
so
I'm pretty sure
didn't, and I even remembered to turn my second level pack slots into sorcery points first.
Nice. Yeah. Anything anybody wants to do in the town or with the Stone Giants? Are we ready to go to the Maelstrom?
I mean, I think it'd be fun just to very quickly in a few seconds narrate how awesome it is to have them cheering for us because of how we won the giant games and everybody thinks we're so cool. But that's just because I like to feel cool. But we can move on.
They definitely notice you as you come in. They're not like... It's not like it was. I mean, it was a pretty special moment. But, so, yeah. I mean, as you enter, you get a few head nods. You get some... But I don't know that it's pure adulation when you walk into the cleft. But those who know. And, so you go there. There's some greetings. There's, some pleasantries. And she will activate the teleportation conch and send you on your way, if you're ready.
Do it.
I think
Alright.
so.
Alright, let me find my maps.
Did we get a short rest at some point at all?
Yes.
Okay. Oh yeah, because
I
I'm
think I gave it
not
to you.
dying. Yeah, I've got all my short rest stuff back.
Okay. Alright, fantastic. Alright, let me get rid of the blood stains on these maps. Okay. I don't know if I really need the maps. I'll give you the maps anyway. Well, that means I have to get tokens. Do I want to get tokens? I'll get some tokens. Alright. Let's get you all... Ooh, your fresh new tokens. Work and...
Dustin, your token is just a screenshot from Hero Forge, right?
Yes.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Come and save
Motherfucking day, yeah. I need to watch that movie again now.
I know. Hello, Chris.
Yo.
All right, let's see. What is this?
But yes, my token is just a screenshot from Hero Forge. In fact, I am right now in the process of making a different one for the talking stuff like you had requested, Nick.
Oh, sweet. Okay.
And I think I also maybe like this idea of having being able to choose between different tokens for the situation, and maybe I make some for Mam's various Dragon Ball Z-esque transformations.
There we go. Whoops. Why do I keep doing that? All right. So, let me share a map here. So you are magic fires. They say goodbye, and you make your way back to the teleportation circle in the Maelstrom. Immediately in front of you, you see two Luxodon Royal Guards. They're maybe a fraction of a second are they surprised, and then they see you, and they seem in a better place, right? They both kind of greet you. Hello, welcome back. Would you like to see the Queen?
Yes, we would.
All right. Very
How
good.
is Jeshra?
And one of them gets
Right. Jeshra first, probably.
Yeah. One of them gets a big smile. Jeshra is doing much better. She is with the Queen, if you would like to see them both.
Yeah, let's go.
All right. And so they'll head immediately to the stairwell and lead you towards the. Let me find my other map, and I'll just move you all. Shift. Oh, well, that's weird. Just threw you all into the same space. Okay. bring you to the second floor here.
Ooh, new Nyx token.
Yes, I have a new token. Oh.
Do I have? Okay.
You have a guest ship?
I do.
Oh, we had one.
Sorry. Should have been more prepared for this. I don't have an updated token for Jeshra, so bear with me. Why do I always do that? Sorry. Waiting for me to get this part done here. What is... Huh. Well, that's not what I wanted. Okay, well... Alright. Yeah, okay. Pardon me. No, okay. Alright, forget it. Why? That's fine. Okay. Yeah, I'll do one more. Oh, I always use the wrong button. That's fine. Well, please for technical difficulties. Oh, that's what I was looking for. Okay. Except not you. And not you. And not you. Alright. And one more. Where is it? Nope. Thanks for your patience. And okay. So you and you. Okay. All right. So let's do this and this. Okay. Nope. All right. Excellent. Here we go. All right. So these guys are going to make their way towards the throne room, and the folk band is going to follow. And they lead you into... Come on now. The throne room. swear I'm good at this. All right. To the throne room. And so as the doors open up and they bring you into the throne room, which you've been in before, you immediately notice that Queen Sarissa is still on the throne. Her two sisters are also here, but in one of the, what you would assume to be like an advisor chair, sits Jeshra, and she looks much better, right? Like she's got nice silk clothing on. She's been bathed, and she's still pretty frail looking, because it hasn't really been that long. But she definitely, like what little hair she has, looks much better. Her clothing is much nicer, and she starts to smile when she sees you enter the room. And Sarissa's the first one to address you. Folk band, you have returned. Our people haven't heard from you yet over at the Whalebones. I assume all is well?
Yeah, we had to take care of some business first.
Very well.
How have things gone here? Ma'am kind of looks around, noticing that there are not the other giants that were here when we last visited.
Yeah. So she kind of answers, things have been good here. It seems that all of the giants but the fire giants seem to be settling back. The cloud giants are a little hesitant as well, but the frost giants have agreed to hold back, anticipating Hecaton's return, as well as the hill giants seem to be of cowed as well. But the fire giants don't seem to be interested in a peace treaty yet. We're not sure what they're going to continue to do, but otherwise things have calmed down quite a bit. I think the return of Hecaton will solidify everything, but peace seems possible. It's good. What will you be continuing on in your quest to find Hecaton?
I do believe that's our next step, our next stop.
Very well. Is there something you needed here?
I actually wanted to speak with Jeshra, if that's all right.
Oh, of course. And she kind of turns to Jeshra and she kind of nods, and Jeshra, kind of gives her a nod as well, deference. Oops. We can step outside.
Yeah.
Oh,
I hate
door
to do
actually
this.
open. It does, okay. I assume...
thought I was going to have more time.
Easy. Oh, wrong
I
button
think-
again.
Chris, you sent that message just to me.
So I did.
Chris sent
My
the
bad.
message saying, I think I might actually have to leave. I thought I'd have more time to sit and play, but I was wrong.
Oh, shit.
Oh.
Oh, okay.
Kick major.
We will for sure miss you.
Yeah.
But
Love you all.
actually, before you run, Chris, is the drive down here to South Berwick for a gathering something that you can handle?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. We'll talk
Let me
about
know
dates
when.
and we'll talk about dates and then we'll come up with something.
Yeah. Find a date that works well for everybody. Sweet.
Have fun. Bye.
Bye, Chris.
Bye.
Oh, wait, no.
Oops. Okay. All right. So you amble out into the hallway. They close the doors behind you. It seems pretty, safe here. Like if you wanted to, Jeshra will just kind of, What
Well,
what goes on? How did you... What have you found?
Well, first, how are you? You look
Oh,
better to some degree. Have they
better.
been treating you better?
Yes, now that the traitor has been dealt with, my treatment has changed dramatically. Queen Sarissa seems to be one of honor, and she treats me as an advisor. Although we are still their bodyguards, that was the agreement. But she treats me as an advisor, not as a slave. I have guest rooms that are as fine as the sisters' bedrooms. So I am happy. They treat me as well as can be expected. Thank you.
Good. I'm glad to hear. Well, and Ma'am just is going to like open her hand that's not holding Mazindum, and I think she's literally been just like clutching the amulet in that hand since we found it. It to some degree, like it has been, and she just kind of like holds it forward.
And Jezra, takes a second, just kind of looks at it, and starts to look up at you, and then like kind of does a double take, and her eyes really lock on to the amulet. And she just kind of cocks her head for a second, and then she looks back up at you, and like just pure astonishment on her face. And she kind of like holds her hand out as if to touch it, and then just kind of like pulls it back. Is it true? You Is it truly the amulet of the twins? You found it?
Far as I can tell.
Like, her eyes start to like tear up. What? I did not think it would truly be found. How did you get it out of the mountain? The dragons were there.
Well, yeah. Mim glances over at Snex. Yeah, I think Dragon Doom's kind of under new management now.
oh my god, that was such a good line. I love it so much.
She looks down at Snex, and Snex is like, and she kind of cocks her head. Okay, this is, and she kind of looks up at you, and like she kind of changes, like stress that like maybe she didn't even know was there, just kind of like melts away, and like you just see her muscles kind of like relax, and she just gets this big smile on her face, and she gives you a very formal bow. You are the keeper of the amulet. You are now our leader. This is... And she kind of sniffles a little bit. This has been coming for a very long time. This was your destiny.
But and Ma'am will kind of like lean in a little bit close. I'm not a leader. I'm not like you. I'm not gonna... I can't just like stick around. What am I supposed to do?
And she kind of like reaches out and puts a hand, on your shoulder, chest area. You are thinking too much. This is not a formal position you must mold into. And she kind of looks around at the rest of the folk band. It seems like you are a natural leader, and you will find your place. This is not a choice. This is not something you can turn away from. This is simply who you are now. Our people are safe here. We have a good arrangement. But it was an arrangement that I made when I was the leader of our people. You will need to speak with the Queen and decide a new arrangement, if that is what you wish. For now, we are safe here. Our people are safe. And you don't need to step into this role now. But know that it is yours. I can function as your second, if that is what you wish, in your absence, and keep things under control. I will not tell your people unless you're prepared for it.
Ma'am will like kind of reach out and like kind of hand on shoulder of arm, like touching her, and just say, "I would have you in no other way than to have you be my second and advisor, because I have no idea what the hell I'm doing."
And she smiles. I didn't either. You just do what's best. There's no training to be done. You are a good Luxodon. Your moral compass is straight and true. This will not be difficult for you. But
Thank you.
I will handle the logistics for now. We must find a way to be able to communicate with each other, and then so if there are important decisions, I can loop you in. But I understand you have duties that need to be attended to.
Alright.
When you're ready, you can strike a new deal for our people, if you want one at all. But know that we are in good hands for now.
Alright. Okay.
And she kind of like folds your hand back over the amulet. This is yours. Take it. Own it. And I believe you will live up to it. If it's in your hands, it is what Earthshaper and Earthshaker desired. They chose you.
Thank you, Jesher, for everything. I wouldn't have been ready. I wouldn't. And Mim just kind of like hugs.
And you feel that she's not, even in a few days that she's had to, eat good food and kind of get some exercise, like the frailty is almost gone. The grip and the hug that she gives you is very strong. Now,
All right.
go. Kill this beast. Bring the king back. End this war.
Okay. Yeah. That has to come first.
Yes. We will be here.
I'll check in when I can.
I look forward to seeing you again.
Yes.
Ma'at Ra.
And Ma'am will... What'd she say?
She said Ma'at Ra. So she's kind of acknowledging that your title kind of changed.
Ma'atra. Yeah. I suppose that's alright.
And she kind of winks at you. She's like, it's a title. It doesn't have to be a name.
I know. I guess I've just been kind of running from my old title for so long. I didn't realize I was running towards a new one. But I think it's alright. I think I like it.
Excellent.
And Ma'am will just kind of turn back towards the rest of the folk band and say, I think we got a real kraken to kill. And a giant to rescue.
Fuck yeah.
I did want to. I didn't want to interrupt, the moment that you were having, Justin. But I did want everybody to know that when Ma'am said out loud, "I'm not a leader," Zwazos gave a look. Zwazos gave a quizzical like.
What the fuck are you talking about?
I mean. Because, Zwazos has had to come to terms with the fact that he is not a leader, despite how much he wishes he could be, and he's not. So, he's developed this kind of reverence for Ma'am, and, for Ma'am to think that of herself is very, very strange.
Snex puts his arm on you. I'll help you become a leader, don't worry.
Oh.
Pats him on the head. Thanks, buddy. Glad you got my back.
And he looks at Jeshra and just kind of does I got this.
And Ma'am
Solid
looks
gold.
over the rest of the folk band, but lingers on Nyx and says, you've all got my back on, learning how to be a good leader.
So, with that, Zwazos will, right out. Ma'am, you lead us. We follow you. You are the heart of this party. We,
Well, no, we don't. I don't. I mean, I came to this thing late to the game, y'all. I mean, I
you
just
don't give
kinda...
order, but you filled some shoes.
Well, I mean, yeah, but...
Nyx just walks up and puts her hand on their hand on Ma'am's shoulder. It'll take a while getting used to actually acknowledging it, but hey, you're the leader now.
I mean, not... okay, but not of this. Not, we are yeah, okay, I get it, okay. Thank you. Thank Swazos. That means a lot, Nick. All of you. Thank you. Now, can we please go kick some ass?
Yes.
Oh. We can kick all of the ass.
Yes. But...
All right. So,
this is gonna be interesting.
yeah. So, where are you going?
Well, we're resting, I imagine.
Right. Okay. Yes. So it is. So that took probably a solid 45 minutes. So it's coming up on 7 p.m. You are deep underwater in the Maelstrom, and what's the plan? Where you going? How you getting there?
Did we direct the airship to Waterdeep?
You could have.
Yes.
Yes.
That's
Okay.
the last note that I have, is that we did say to meet us at Waterdeep.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
it was a different airship that picked us up outside Dragon Doom.
No, it was the same airship.
Yeah.
Same airship?
Yeah.
Same airship, yeah.
Yeah. Clogly
How
But
did I
they
get
have the
there?
ability.
Oh, okay.
Huh?
Yeah.
It's an airship.
It's the same airship.
So
Yeah, Cloglia Mater told them to go wait on the other side of the mountain. They didn't know why, and then you suddenly showed up by smashing a wall. But
Yep.
So I think our plan was to from here, go to Waterdeep, meet the airship, and then fly to the Whalebones?
That sounds about
Sounds right, yeah.
right.
So Ma'am could teleportation circle us to Waterdeep,
Waterdeep,
if that makes sense.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then maybe we could long rest. I mean, depending if it's not too late, we could meet the airship if they're there, start heading towards the Whalebones, and just rest overnight hovering.
Yep.
Because it's not like late night, right? It's like early evening at this point.
It'd be about if you immediately went and started casting the teleportation circle. It would be about 7 o'clock when you arrive in Waterdeep. I assume you're going to the Harper.
Yeah,
location?
usually. Yeah, I think generally, I would go to Harper locations.
Okay.
I mean, yeah.
Other than like
I
the
mean, if
castle,
it's-
like you can go to
Right.
Castle Water.
Yeah. No, man would generally, unless we have specific reason to check in with the,
Or to like to want to get to a
lights,
specific place fast.
Yeah. Yeah.
Go ahead.
No. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say because the difference between the Harper's circle and the circle in the castle or whatever would be that you'd have to use a spell slot.
Either way.
No, I
Yeah.
either way I need to,
to get
because we
out
don't
of
have a
here.
Harper circle here.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
And I mean, if we're gonna long rest it. So does it? If it's like gonna be 7 o'clock, it probably doesn't even really make sense to get going. Maybe we just long rest, like with the Harpers, or meet up. I don't imagine we'll get much flying time in.
You can also long rest at the Maelstrom if you wanted to sleep here in guest rooms.
Yeah, that's
Sure.
kind of what I figured we'd do is we'd long rest here and then send the airship to. Oh no, because the airship
moves
can't
pretty
travel
quick.
overnight.
Yeah. No, they don't travel at night, but they can get there.
So sure, let's rest here. Let's. Yeah, I feel like this is honestly probably our safest place to get a long rest in.
Yeah, because
And
the
then-
Harper place is just like a house. It doesn't have like
Right.
it wouldn't be a place to sleep.
So I'm gonna throw this out there.
I'm gonna run to the restroom real quick.
Is there any chance that, like, with the understanding that that things are pretty chill and it was chill enough for us to take a couple days to go do side quests and stuff like that, is it worth it to consider the idea that before we head to the Whalebones we want to get teleport on board?
If it's gonna,
I'm just gonna say it was pretty tight, like doing this. Like we were chill enough to like take a couple days because
Yeah.
it was gonna take a couple days for the.
Yeah, so I bring it up just because it was my understanding that Nick's explanation of the situation was like that of like in Skyrim, where the dude's all like, "I'll wait here for you till you're ready," and then you come back, 4 weeks later or whatever, and he's still standing there. Like it was my understanding that, but I suppose it's different between, Nick allowing for us to take a couple of days to do our side quests, as opposed to Nick allowing, there not to be any detrimental effects for us to just
Right.
wait long enough. I mean, the other thing to consider is, I don't know about anybody else, but I am down to 1 hit die, so I will not have all my hit die after a long rest. But 2 long rests would get me all my hit. I don't know what everybody else has, but
I think we're gonna spend quite a bit of time flying to the Whalebones anyways.
Mm.
And I mean, the Whalebones are just a meeting place for, like, I don't necessarily know that we are long resting. I mean, you know, who knows? But I don't necessarily, yeah, I don't necessarily know that we're long resting and then, like, tomorrow we're fighting the Kraken. Like, I think it could be, I have no idea.
Right.
because because my understanding of the plan was to go to Waterdeep, meet the airship, and the airship would take us to the Whalebones. Where, I mean, like, is the Whalebones not where King Hecatan is being held? Do I remember that wrong?
The Whalebones is where you're meeting the 4 storm giants who are coming with you. And then
Okay.
you're heading. You know that the boat that King Hecatan is being held on is like patrolling the waters east of Whalebones. So you don't know exactly where it is, but
Okay.
Whalebones
All right.
is your jumping off point.
I did not have a boat in mind. Like in my head, he was being kept in a cave in the Whalebones.
Oh no, yeah, he is. What's the Kraken's name again?
He's enter
No,
gibberish
it has an actual name. Hang on.
Does.
Oh, fuck me.
Kraken's intelligence modifier. Can Krakens understand language?
Yes, Krakens have. Yes. Yes.
But this one can't.
So right, so
Hang on,
I
hang on.
don't know how much Zwazos and team know about Krakens. Like, did you all spend much time studying Krakens? Do you know anything about Krakens? You fought one once.
We definitely
Yes,
would have,
please.
like, knowing that there's a Kraken guarding King Hecatan. I feel like it's logical that
But did
any time
we?
that we.
Right, but like,
But did
what
we?
time
No,
would you
I
have
get-
had available between then and now? Right.
Wow, it was so long ago.
Yeah. Yeah.
In player time, it was a long time ago.
Exactly, but like,
When did you learn
Sorry.
that he was being held by?
wasn't there like?
It was the Oracle that told you that.
Yeah, it was the Oracle.
Oh, so actually, it wasn't really all that long ago.
So it was a little while ago. I mean, but
So
like,
did we spend time in Loudwater? Like, where is there a library there?
no, there's no Waterdeep.
All right, so then we should probably do some research.
Well, you're going to Waterdeep, right? That would be
Yeah, we're going
exactly.
to Waterdeep. And that's where my friend Nestor?
Normal.
Normal. I got the N right.
Michael knows. Anybody else watch Garfield or read Garfield?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, that's not an Adventure Zone reference?
No, that was a Garfield reference. The adorable little cat that he always sends to Abu Dhabi.
So in Adventure Zone in the first season, they went like the shop that they went to was Garfield, the Deals Warlock.
Oh.
And so then
So
in the
still a
second
Garfield
season,
reference.
they went to go see a giant cat named Heathcliff.
Heathcliff. Oh, that's.
And then finally, and then I think that then Felix, and then finally they ran out, so they had to resort to Nermal in the last one.
Poor nerd.
Or I guess in the last one I listened to, that was 3 seasons ago.
Okay,
Alright.
I am.
So long rest, and then teleportation circle to.
Yes, I would like to, before we long rest, I'm going to cast a new contingency spell.
Okay. Very good.
Now,
To
Nick,
tell
were
me
you
what it
asking
is or
me?
surprise me?
I'm sorry.
I'll tell you what it is.
And does anybody want to change any attunements on this long rest?
Oh yes, that is a great point.
That is a really good point. I will look at what I can. Okay, wait. I see the Oracle. Did we get told by the Oracle what the fucking Kraken's name was.
Oh, I don't know. Did you? That was a while ago, wasn't it?
Yeah, I have the conversation that we had with.
The Allfather, me too.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Yes. Yeah, they told you the name. Who are they with? Well, should I tell you, or should I make you all roll history checks?
I have Remoraz as written down, but that's not. I don't feel like that.
No, the Remoraz were the burning worms.
Got it.
We have a Mario.
We have a Mario.
Fantasy grounds. Where are you? Where are you, Mario?
All right, let me roll for it because I don't have it written down, and that makes me mad.
Could Ma'am give Nyx the help action or make her own history check?
Yep.
And guidance.
And guidance, nice. Okay, so history with advantage and a plus D4.
Okay, history.
There he is.
Oh, advantage, and then just. Oh, they were both 18.
All right, a 19.
So 19,
plus,
and then I
fine.
didn't roll a d4, but so 20
so
total.
20. All right, that's pretty good. I'll say you remember pretty well that Amos's question was, what can you tell us that will help freeing King Hecaton? Who are they? What are their capabilities? What threats await us when we arrive? And you remember that he told you that Morkoth the Kraken, friend of Evendeth, and between them they've placed enchantments. So, and you know that there will be assassins as well as Morkoth there. I know you also asked where. Where. So you asked for 3 places by which you could triangulate King Hecaton's position.
Yep.
And he just said the Hecaton's being held captive aboard a ship called the Slarkestrel, which is moving in the Sea of Storms and east of the Whalebones, and can be found east of the Whalebones. But it moves.
East of Whalebones.
Cool.
Okay.
I remember that the Oracle was like, I mean, okay, not a genie, right?
Right, I'm not trying to fuck you.
I'll tell you worry.
No, because we were told to be very careful about our questions, and then we showed up, and he's like, "Nah, I'm cool with you," and it's like, "Oh, okay."
I'm gonna help you.
And actually, Nick, just
I'll be right back.
Hecaton himself is a storm giant. Is that right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep. All right. So I'm gonna long rest you. I'm gonna go ahead and do that.
Sweet.
Long rest.
Nick, oh my God, I've got this 47-inch television on the coffee table. It's right up in my face, which is only a little bit of a issue, but I don't have to overlap my character sheet in the map. There's just space for everything in it.
Yeah, I might have to go buy one of those $250 50-something inch screen TVs.
58. It was $238.
That's ridiculous.
That's less than.
Yeah.
That's not even $5 an inch.
Right. That's less than buying 100 gallons of heating oil.
I remember when TVs used to be like $6,000.
Right, that TV new 10 years ago was, $4,500, $5,000. Now it's $238.
And then there are still TVs that are the same size for $1,000, and what?
Yeah.
Right.
What do you really need that for?
Exactly.
What crazy extra features?
I was gonna say I don't even care if it breaks in a year, right? I'd spend $200 a year to have a 60-inch television. I'm sure it's 4K, or even if it's not, just HD is fine with me. 720 works just fine.
Yeah, no, it's 4K. It's
4K, right? Like that's
I remember it was like plasma. Plasma was like the thing.
Yeah. It would burn an image if you paused it for too long.
Yeah. Oh my god, yeah.
Can I also resummon Bubble on before we long rest or during?
Yes. Yep.
You know, just in the downtime we kind of have here.
Yep.
Take some out of
Ooh,
my.
script error.
Oh yeah, I still have
Campaign
plenty of
script.
materials for it.
While there's downtime, what did I miss?
So you missed a conversation where, so basically the folk band came to the Maelstrom. Ma'am pulled Jessra aside and showed her the amulet of the twins. There was a nice little moment between them, and Jessra announced that makes Ma'am the leader of the Luxodon people. And
Whoa.
Ma'am didn't really feel like she was a leader, but every single person in the room told her she was crazy and that she's the de facto leader of the folk band and a wonderful person, and she cried a little bit, but not really. It was on the inside. And then you all decided you were going to go to the Maelstrom and kill a kraken, and, go to Waterdeep to pick up the airship, to go to the Whalebones to meet the storm giants, to go kick the crap out of a kraken.
Yeah.
Whose name is Morkoth.
Okay. Okay.
Oh, and you're going to go, while you're in Waterdeep, to meet the airship, you're going to go talk to Nermal, which is a Garfield reference,
Isn't it whalebone? Isn't it?
to find out what you can about Kraken.
So isn't
That's
I
what
thought Whalebones is where that's like our end game. That's where we're trying to go.
Yes. Yep.
Huh,
The whale.
okay.
Well, no. The Whalebones is where you're meeting up to then, because the ship that is holding King Hecaton is east of the Whalebones. It's constantly moving.
Okay.
So that's where you're going to meet the storm giants, to go find the ship,
Rendezvous.
which you're reasonably sure you can find.
All right, so that's the plan.
Michael's muted if you're talking to us.
I was going to bring up the fact that Mario wasn't here last time, so he might still need to level up.
Oh, do you?
Do I?
Maybe.
Like,
No.
actually,
Maybe?
no.
I don't think so.
Kind of looks like it.
We're 17, son. 17.
Wow. And you're with that last 129,000 experience for kicking the crap out of the Shadow Horde. You're only what, 10?
Oh yeah, no, I'm
12,000 away from the next level.
12,000.
Jesus Christ.
Each got 25,000 experience.
That's so much.
Yeah,
That's a lot.
so close.
And that was just for the Shadow Horde?
Mm.
I don't know. I'm trying to.
Wild.
I mean, the Shadow
Or,
Horde.
I mean,
was-
I imagine... Well, no, I'm sorry. It was for the defeating the enemies of the Shadow Horde, but also I imagine there was some good chunk of XP that we got for, like completing that objective of.
What was that for? Oh, god damn it! That was too much. I see what happened. I added the encounters to get those tokens on the map, and it gave you the experience for those.
Oh.
Yeah, it gave you an extra 85,000 experience. Yeah, that's gonna come back.
Fair.
That's more than fair.
Very fair.
Okay, so let me math this.
Does that mean we're not level 17?
No, it means you're not that close to level 18.
Oh, okay.
It just, when I just long rested you, it just gave you 129,000 experience.
Oh, and it gave us
85,000
85.
of which was not supposed to go to you, because it was just to put those tokens on the map just now.
Holy shit.
5 minus 30,000 minus 56,800.
So I was
could be-
debating putting the boots of mist back on, but I think the cloak of displacement, the death claws, and the cat sword are a good combo.
84.
I don't know.
Hard to argue with. I mean, just those claws alone. I mean,
Yeah,
plus adding +2 to damage and attack
yeah,
for your unarmed strikes. I mean, that's gonna make it. Like, if you're blessed, I don't like natural 1 is the only way you're gonna miss pretty much anything.
yeah, yeah. Okay,
Here we go.
so death claws it is.
Alright, so you
And I don't really want to get rid of the cloak of displacement. We need to like figure out
How
where we
many-
can
how many-
put our magic
How
items.
many
Holy
times
shit.
can you use the boots?
Twice a day. It's a free Misty Step.
With your bonus action?
Um. mm,
I mean, Misty Step's a bonus action anyway, isn't it? Justin?
What did the boots say?
Yes.
Twice per turn. Where these can use the bonus action to cast Misty Step. Yep. Without using a spell slot, which is why it went to me because I didn't even have spell slots in the first place. But with a bonus action, I can.
Yeah, I mean, you're using your bonus action for so many things. The boots
No,
would really
yeah.
just be for you to, like, get yourself out of trouble if you wound up
Really need to,
in trouble.
yeah. Because I can like run away from trouble, but if I get hit, Misty Step
Yeah.
is like the only thing that like I can't get hit with. But I think Cloak of Displacement and everything is better.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, to have a constant blur,
Mm,
to have constant blur effect on yourself with,
It's tight.
with the only exception being if you do get hit, and only until the beginning of your next turn. That's pretty badass.
Stupid.
Nick, I'm sorry. While we're stopped, I was looking at stuff because I was going to ask you about coding my level 14 feature, but I'm remembering that we already did that. It's in there. Is that going to take my concentration the way a fly spell normally would?
Hang on. I want to say no. Otherworldly wings.
Like the regular ability itself doesn't take your concentration, but that's
Okay.
kind of-
So the regular ability says that they last until you're incapacitated, so I would say the same thing.
okay.
Um,
So
wait a minute. But how long?
yeah, because the other thing is, otherworldly wings only lasts a minute, but fly is a 10-minute duration.
Yeah, so it would
So-
be just the 1 minute then.
Okay. And would you consider allowing that to be the kind of thing that could be upcast for the cost of spell slot?
No.
That's fair too.
No. Alright, so otherworldly wings, but we made it a little different for you. What did we decide? Is it in your...
Yep, right there. It's just once daily casting a fly.
Okay, otherworldly wings. Okay.
Yeah, no, because if we open up the book of upcasting, then it's like, can I cast it again? I've already done it. Can I cast it again with spell slots this time? Well, then that's
Yeah, no.
a different thing. And
1 minute. Okay. Components. What is... really... I mean, obviously it doesn't have components. Stop! Sorry. I'm getting errors all over the place now. Okay. You can use a bonus action to spectral wings. Okay, so components is none. as well. It is going to be a range of touch.
That's fine.
Okay. All right. So that's done.
Still a bonus action.
Still a bonus action. Casting time. Yeah, one bonus action. Okay. All right. Everybody all attuned where they want to be? Stop. Sorry. I'll stop freaking out that I'm getting errors every time I touch anything. Everybody all attuned to what they want to be?
Yeah.
Yes.
Do we think remove curse is worth having regularly prepared?
I mean,
Definitely going to start cursing you.
how many of us have been cursed? Like, I can't even remember. I know, but there have been times, but I can't remember any specifics of any times that we were like, oh, actually,
One of
we had
us
to remove
is
curse.
I was
cursed.
going to say, one of you is currently cursed but doesn't care.
Yeah, but I mean, remove curse wouldn't work for that, right? It would end the attunement.
Correct.
Yeah.
I'm gonna keep it because Nick smiled when I asked the question.
Is it like, is it one that you can cast with a ritual, or is it just like you have to have it to use it?
I have to have it to use it.
Okay.
But there's I've thought about it, and there is a pretty convoluted way that I could get it during a short rest, because I could reattune to my old spell book, or my current spell book, but attune to it over a short rest. And then one of its properties is I can use a minute to swap out a prepared spell for an abjuration spell, and it's an abjuration spell, but. Yeah.
So if you didn't have it prepared, there is a convoluted way you could prepare it if like something really nasty hit you.
Right.
Okay.
With a short rest.
So I guess my question is, do we think it's worth having... Is that the type of thing that we think is worth casting, like, during combat, essentially?
My smile and giggle was because I am a full believer in the DM philosophy is let your characters do cool shit. Like, if they have a cool ability, like, make sure there's something in the adventure that triggers that thing. So my immediate thought was, if you have Remove Curse, I'm probably going to curse you.
That doesn't mean I want to cast it.
That's what the
That's true.
smile was for.
When everyone's like, no one here has been cursed.
Like, I forgot you had that. Huh.
Oh boy.
What can I do about that?
It's like that.
I mean, I love using my action to attack and do a bunch of damage.
I know,
So
right.
Like,
don't,
as opposed
don't feel
to
pressured at all.
if you were to prepare Remove Curse, what would you not prepare?
I mean, I've actually had it prepared for quite some time. If I were to not prepare it, maybe Lightning Bolt.
It's
Like I've kind of got my core spells covered at
like
this
an
point.
Yeah, I
There's
mean,
a-
like,
right.
There's
I imagine you must be swimming in spells that you're never casting.
Does anybody here watch?
You
Spoonie?
normally have prepared.
Watch what?
Does anybody here watch? Has anybody here watched Spoonie? YouTubers.
Spoonie?
Yeah, from back in the day.
I don't think so.
It doesn't sound familiar.
He was a YouTuber, but he was like big into D&D, and he had like a series on like D&D tips, and one of his big tips was never go on the water.
Never go on the water.
Never go on the water because the DM has like all these monsters that are like water monsters that he's never able to use. And so he's like, "Oh, now's the time." And he's going to throw like all these water demons at you.
I'm prepared for being on the water.
That's good.
I ain't going on the water.
We're about to go on the water.
Oh yeah, that's true. Oh god, no.
I'm sure that's why he's bringing it up.
I mean, over.
Are we sure we
over
want to
the
do
water.
this? Because we're giving Nick a chance to use water, guys.
Oh god. Never go in the water.
You
So I think I'm keeping remove curse because truthfully, there's not much else that I would. I feel like I'd rather have that in a pinch than be able
Lightning
to
bolt.
blast something with lightning bolt at some point.
Remove these. All right, so you have long rested, right? And let's remove these. Sorry, you've long rested, and you are teleportation circling to Waterdeep. Is that right?
Yes.
Is everyone?
I think so.
Oh, we need a bubble, don't we?
I've resummoned Bubble.
I have Amos. Ooh.
Okay, so there's Bubble, there's Amos. Everyone's done their stuff. Everyone has swapped what items they want to swap. They're all attuned to everything you want to be attuned to.
Yes.
Any spells cast in advance? Any special items set up? Everybody's all set?
All set.
All right. So we'll. What time? What time do you all want to get up? 7, 8, 9, 10?
Probably relatively early, I would think.
Get an early start today.
I would think 6.
Right. I mean, you had plenty of time last night. You were heading to bed about like 7 p.m. So you could have gotten an early sleep. Didn't do much. So we'll call it 6 a.m. So you wake up. What is today? Was today a holiday? First day. No, yesterday was Harvest Tide. High Harvest Tide. Yeah, that's nice. It's nice. You got attacked on. That's why they were having a big lunch, right? Because it was a big holiday. All right, so today's the first day. First day, 1st of Marpenoth. So we're getting kind of late in the year here, people. It's gonna start to get a little chilly. I think it's solidly fall, which actually reminds me that I have been terrible about rolling for weather. So let's see, what do we got? Weather. So it's a little windy. I don't know. Advanced. I don't know. I don't know what just happened. I don't think this worked. 18. I don't know. Okay. Anyway. So, yeah. So you arrive in Waterdeep about 6 a.m. In the tiny little Harper house. And I have no idea who's posted there. It's not Mary Bright. She's posted in locations, Waterdeep, Light Orange, Neverwinter. Nope. Okay. I don't have a name for you for the person who's currently the Harper for the Waterdeep branch. We're gonna say it's Trestle. So you come out and you meet he's a little gnome, but he actually looks pretty old. He's got like lots of wrinkles and old. He's got like gray hair and stuff. What did I say his name was?
Russell.
Trestle.
Trestle. All right.
Great name for a gnome.
Old gnome. Okay. All right. So Trestle kind of looks up and he's like, he's like, Footband. Hey, nice to meet you. I'm Trestle. Welcome to Waterdeep. Do you need anything, or are you just kind of passing through?
We want the library, right?
Oh,
yeah, actually, yeah. Do you know if there's much about Krakens here by chance?
Probably. I mean, they're a pretty I wouldn't say well known, but they're kind of one of those monsters that you never want to encounter, but if you do, you want to know a little something about, right? So I'd say maybe you could probably find some stuff. Do you have a contact for Castle Keep? You have anyone there that can do the research for you?
Nurgle?
Nurgle?
Nurgle. Nurgle. Well, at the library, anyway.
Oh, okay. So yeah, you know somebody. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would just check in with them. If you have a contact there, they'll be able to do the research probably a lot faster. But yeah.
Well, let's go see normal. Let's go see him.
Nurgle or
Nurgle.
Normal.
Normal.
Oh my god, I'm putting this
Normal.
down. Oh my god, I'm writing this.
Normal.
I was like, normal, not nurgal. Okay.
Like normal, but normal.
Got it. Okay.
Normal.
Awesome. All right. So he's like, okay, bye.
No, goodbye.
And you had, I mean, Waterdeep is huge. It's definitely big. But Castle Keep is pretty easy to find. Anybody that you ask directions from would easily be able to tell you where it is. It's a very famous library. So it probably would take you not a whole lot of time, maybe 20 minutes to walk to the library. And you get there, and it's like a public service. Like, people are allowed to go in. There are porters and like librarians that you can pay to help you do research. But Nix, you've been here before, obviously, and you know where Nermal hangs out. And you are, I'm not sure if you're shocked or not shocked to find Nermal awake and studying at 6:30 in the morning on a first day.
Not really.
I think you have the whole folk band with you this time, right? So you kind of like knock on
Yeah.
the door, and Nermal looks up, and he gets this just big smile on his face. Nix,
Hey, buddy.
why? And he like jumps up,
Hi.
and he runs over to, and he's like awkward. He's like he wants to give you a hug, but he's not sure if like he's allowed to. He's like,
I open my arms.
Oh.
I open my Okay, there
and
we
he
go.
gives
There
you
we
a
go.
hug.
Love her hand.
It's so good to see you. What? Oh, hi. Hi. Oh, look
Yeah,
at
I
you.
have everyone.
Wow.
I have.
Look at your.
Yeah, I have
you're
everyone.
Big, as like Vark walks
Yeah.
in the room.
yeah. I have everyone. I hope that's okay.
No, of course. Of
We
course.
didn't. Okay. So you've helped me with a lot of research before.
Yeah.
We're about to go fight a kraken.
Okay.
Yeah.
He's got this like smile. He's like, you're gonna fight, and he looks around at everyone and realizes it's not a joke. And oh.
Yeah. So we
real?
really need your help. We don't. Yeah, it's a real kraken. It's out in the whalebones. We're gonna take care of it. It's okay.
You say, okay.
I realize the shock on Normal's face, and I just go, "It's gonna be okay. It doesn't. It's out in it. We have to travel far to get to it. Just the whalebones is like the closest place
Okay.
that we got a location on. So like, don't worry about it. We're gonna be fine. We just need to know how to fight it and
Uh-oh.
how best to as much information on this as possible."
Okay. How much time do I have? When do you need to know what you need to know? How much time?
And I turn and I look at Bam.
How many days can you give me?
What can like 60 minutes get us?
60. I can. I have.
Nim is looking completely just like dead-eyed at him.
He's like, I don't know.
With all of us helping you.
Yeah, I mean, I can grab a couple of understudies to help. 60. That's, I mean, it's not a lot of time, but I can search. And if you can help me, I can give you some books to grab. I can take
Yeah.
probably 40 minutes to gather the books and then 20 minutes to read through maybe 5 or 6 books. We'll have to choose the best ones and okay. Let's find out. And so he
Okay.
he runs over to his desk. He's got a couple of pieces of paper, and he's got like this weird machine that he like picks up. And hey, I need 2 understudies up here in my office. This is normal. Thanks, bye. And and so he grabs a couple of pieces of paper, and like a minute later, like 2 short little goblins like come in the room, and they're like, "Hi."
Oh God, I remember this.
Don't we have the Google?
What do you need, Master Normal? You do have the
I-
Google, but it's only for giants. Remember, it's the giant ordning
Oh
official
no, I didn't remember that, but I do now.
library extractor. Yep.
And I think I gave it to Normal, didn't I? Or did I give it to the guy at the Harper's?
I
think it was
did you
the
give it back
Harpers.
to Billing? He's
No,
gonna-
we
I got
got
Billy.
it from the Harpers.
Yeah,
Oh, we got it
I
from.
think you still have it.
You-
Probably.
Do you have
Might have given it to Normal though. I feel like I almost maybe remember that, but maybe not.
I thought I got them in connection with each other, but that I don't know, because I was like, oh hey, they both like studying this stuff. Normal, Billing, da. But
Maybe.
that could have been a long time ago. That was I don't know.
Well, I mean, you're seeing Normal now, so you can decide if you want to give it to him or if you want to get it back from him. Or so I guess you have an option to decide if he has it or not, or if he had it.
If he had it, I would ask, hey, are you finding that Google thing worthwhile for the Giants?
Oh, that thing was amazing. People just ask a question and have an answer. Like that's been amazing. I learned a bunch of
I know.
stuff about giants. It's kind of neat.
I know
learned how long
that
they live.
Billing is working on making a more advanced version, so I think we need the original one back. But
Okay, sure.
I'm glad that yeah. Did you get to talk to Billing recently? So as he's like scanning through the pages to see who we need to go for library.
He doesn't know Billing.
Yeah.
If that's what you're like, he has no idea who you're talking about. Other
Okay,
than like,
well,
oh,
there's
he
this-
created this. That's cool, but like, I don't know him. Like, is he supposed to call me? Is he gonna like sending me? I don't.
I
show
will
up here.
I will get you guys in connection because I think it's a really good. I think he would be a really good connection for both of y'all to have.
Okay, cool. I mean,
And then I'm just gonna make a note for myself that we got Google
he,
back.
he does like this little like awkward scratch. He's like, I mean, I could use some friends that like
Yeah.
contacts.
He
and
loves research.
friends.
He loves research and he loves building things. He's the one that made this. So I think you guys would be really good together. Really?
Nice.
And Normal.
He's like, so awesome. And he looks over at Ma'am and like, I feel like I should get started. So
Oh yeah, sorry. Yes. Sorry. I'm the one that's being a distraction. Tell me where the first book is and I'll go grab it.
yes. So he click and clack. He needs them to go research a few books, look through the big filing system, and see if they can come up with a name of 10 or 15 books that might reference Krakens. And so he sends click and clack off. And he's like, okay. He's like, follow me. And he'll bring you all like into the main area of Castle Keep, which is just this amazing, huge, like a cathedral, just full of books and little special alcoves where you can, borrow the books and sit and read them. And he goes over to this one huge, like column in the center that just has like all these like drawers that pull out and they have tiny little notes in them, and you see click and clack, they have these ladders that they can climb up to get to the higher parts of the column, and so they spend probably about 5 or 10 minutes, and they come down each with this pile of little tiny pieces of paper, and they give him the names of the books, and he's going to give each of you the name of a couple of books, and have everyone kind of run off. So, what am I gonna roll here to see what you can find out about krakens? I will
Do you need us
give.
all to roll?
I'm
or
going
do
to
you
give
just
each
need-
one of you a roll, and I will let you make a case for what you think that roll should be.
Oh,
on-
okay.
Right? Like,
Hang on.
like
Yeah.
this is going to kind of be like a skill check, right? And I'm
Yeah.
I'm totally
Okay. Let me look at my
fine with,
skills. Holy shit.
you know, Neeb is. What does Neeb want for a skill?
History.
Yeah.
Or yeah, like let me see, like Vark is going to try to like run as fast as he can to get his book and like leap over people in his way and try to gather as many books as he can. So he's going to do an athletics check.
Could Swazos try very hard to make these creatures working in the library understand how extremely important this information is, and hopefully spurn them on with a persuasion check?
You want to try to persuade someone to help you? Maybe.
I'll persuade
Yeah,
someone
sure.
to be as efficient as possible.
Sure.
Like cheer them on,
That's
I
fine.
guess.
All right.
You want to give them guidance?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Give yourself.
Yes,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to guidance the fuck out of everybody.
Yeah. So everyone.
Oh, I can't-
Yeah. You
I'm rolling
can
it
like
up.
each person can go off. 6 seconds after the last person, so you can guidance everybody. So.
I have like.
Vark.
Oh.
I still got.
that's
Still got a 22 out of it.
Me too.
yeah.
All right.
I have two things that I could do. I have pretty good perception and insight, so I could either give insight onto like what the best books would be based off of like that, or I could just help somebody find them, or I could use my acrobatics and like scale the fucking shelves and find the book that are required.
Yeah, whichever you want, next. Whichever one of those.
I would love to do acrobatics, but
Okay.
I know that we just did like a sports one. So.
It's fine. You're going so similar to Vark, you're gonna use your natural feline ability to,
Yes.
go faster.
All right, let's see. Oh, that's a 22, and then
Yeah.
I get a
Plus,
D4, right? D4.
Yeah.
So that's a 26.
Yeah. Neeb can throw a D4 out there also
Yeah.
to add to your 19. Okay, so 22. Everyone's over 20 so far.
Woo! Yeah.
Talent. Reliable talent.
Right.
Man, what do you want?
Could I argue history?
Yeah, absolutely. That's an easy one.
Could I argue for advantage because I have the researcher trait from my background?
Oh, I should have used that. Damn.
Woo!
Yeah. Yep. I didn't know that was a thing.
Yeah. I think
Yes,
I have.
I have.
that,
I
yeah.
think it's the scholar background. Like you know how to find pieces of information.
Wow.
Oh,
This
wow.
doesn't even like.
Yeah, no, it's
This
like
just says you know it,
exactly-
or this just says you can find it.
Yeah,
This isn't even like advantage. This is just like
that was the perfect.
find
place
it.
to, like, use
Right.
that.
Well, I mean, it
Often
says
you
like
know where
you
you-
may
okay. So often you know where
Yeah.
you can obtain it. So yeah, okay. So like you knew to come
figured
here,
like
right? But yes.
yeah, and maybe like knowing kind of like where to look in a book, like with like look at a book, be like, oh no, that's not going to be good. Like
Yes.
Yeah.
I agree. So
Okay,
yes,
sweet.
you can
I've
do
researcher
a
also. I
history-
forgot about that.
You do too?
Yeah, because I'm a scholar. I'm a scholarly grung.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Researcher, yeah.
I
So-
forgot we had like the college professors.
Yeah. Me too.
okay,
Yeah. All right. And plus 4.
oh, and a
Plus a
D4.
D4. Yeah. So Neeb, what did you get? All right. So
Okay,
you,
I'll take
I
a
mean, I got
24.
it.
22.
Yeah, I mean,
Oh. Well, you already had advantage for some reason. You dropped... Or dropped D1 equals 4?
Yeah, I don't know what that
no,
means.
I don't understand.
I don't understand either.
He has reliable talent.
Oh, that's what it was.
So he can't roll lower than a 10. So it just made that 4 a 10.
Okay.
Oh.
All right.
And then yeah.
Okay, then it wasn't advantage.
I didn't
so
realize
go
that
ahead
was
and roll
automated.
another one. I mean, a 22 is pretty good, but
Yeah.
Yeah, but if you roll higher than a 10.
right.
Ah!
Oh
Yay.
my
Nice!
God.
So that's plus
Oh,
9
really?
plus D4.
9 plus a D4.
I love
Yeah,
that.
so
Tell
like
me
30
everything.
something.
Like he rolled a 3 on the D4
I know all.
if you're using the same
All
one.
right. So yeah. So I mean, an hour's not a lot of time, right? But you pretty much crushed it, right? Like each one of you found a book that had a little bit of information, and so in about 30 minutes, you all bring these books back, and Normal like devours them, like speed reading, master. And so he reads through it, and then he comes back and he's like, okay, so here's what I know. Don't fight a kraken, but if you have to, okay. So first of all, they are super intelligent and telepathic. So protect your brains. They're super smart. They're super cunning. Super strong. If at all possible, avoid fighting them in or near their lair. They're very dangerous in that way. They can control weather, and they're just, they're like legendary creatures. I mean, they're just incredibly strong and smart and capable and big. Did I mention they're really big? Like really big, like gargantuan sized. Like they're humongous.
Gargantuan.
They're
Okay.
humongous.
Gore.
They're like titans.
What
You sure you want to fight one? I mean,
We kind of have to.
Yeah, we kind of gotta.
okay.
What were you saying about
Do you have a living
the
will?
whole telepathic thing?
Yeah, they're telepathic. They can talk to you in your brain.
And you said something about protection from that?
I mean, if you can protect your brain, that'd be great. Like, they can, like I said, they can talk to you in your mind. So I don't know if, like, there's a way to stop that. But if there is, you should get that. Otherwise, I mean, I don't know what kind of stuff they might, like, say. But
People that are proficient in Arcana in your chat.
I am proficient in Arcana. I could help ma'am.
Yeah. Think
Would that
of-
make sense that we could we can we make
I
an
mean-
Arcana check?
Can we make an Arcana check to see if there are magical means of protecting our minds from...
Oh, I mean, I know I have Intellect Fortress. I'm just wondering. It gives resistance to psychic damage, so I don't know if that is. Ooh. Oh.
Yeah, I would allow that. One of you wants to do an Arcana. Somebody wants to do an Arcana check with advantage. I assume at least two.
You know,
of you
I
have
can only
Arcana.
imagine. Yeah, I'm proficient in Arcana, but my intelligence modifier is 0.
Okay.
So I can only assume that me helping ma'am would be the
yeah.
best.
You want to roll that? You want me to throw it at you?
I can do it.
Okay.
I got it right here.
Boo!
Not ideal, but
Oh, guidance.
Yeah, not,
Guidance.
not the best. Yeah, go ahead. Throw a +4.
Boo!
So 16.
Boo again.
So I mean, 16's pretty good, right? Like, I mean, just because you're not in the 20s doesn't mean it's not a good roll, right? So like, that's pretty good. You immediately think of a time that you heard of something called a ring of mind shielding. that
Yes.
makes
I, the
you-
player, am familiar
Okay.
because my character in my other campaign has one.
Oh, nice. But you're not sure like
Do-
where that magic comes from. Like you're not sure if there's like a spell or if there are other like items that might have this kind of same enchantment. But you've definitely heard of this thing that could do that.
With that kind of role and thinking about that type of magic, do I know, like I have this spell, Chris, that gives resistance to psychic damage. Would I know a reason why just being protected from telepathic speech is worthwhile? Like, would I know of any spells that, or like, or even would it be useful to have that type of protection, like Intellect Fortress? Is that, I don't know.
I would do a separate roll for that. To kind of like your first roll was, what can we do to protect against
Sure.
telepathy? But now you're like, do we even really need protection from telepathy?
Right.
I would say that's more of like an insight. Neeb has
And
insight.
and well,
I
Mam's
also
got
do.
Mam's got advantage on insight checks anyway.
Yeah, if people with proficiency want to help each other, whoever has the higher modifier can roll. But
I think
I can
I'll-
also just roll because I've got
so.
advantage anyways.
Nix, why don't you
I'll
give
help
me an
Neeb.
insight check with advantage and guidance?
Sure.
And we'll throw out her own just
Yeah.
because.
Yeah. All right.
Hey,
So
not
18
bad.
plus.
Oh!
You were
Oh!
wrong!
It's a 16. Oh.
That's all right. So 16. I mean, ma'am, you can have guidance too if you like an 18 plus a D4.
And I'll help Neeb. Again, I'm proficient, but I just have the
Oh, I'm
proficiency.
rolling
Oh,
bonus.
Neve just helped me,
Yeah.
I think.
Oh, never mind.
Or
I did.
I mean, I'll roll my own then.
yeah, that's fine too. I mean, 21's pretty good.
There we go.
Yeah, or
Oh.
24 plus 25. Yeah, okay. So you think back, and other than like you can't think of anything in particular that is dangerous about someone being able to talk to you in your head. Like, you have that same kind of like, I don't know that I want a kraken in my head talking to me. Like, it seems like that could be a bad thing, but like you can't put your finger on anything specific that like that could do to you, like in a negative way. Like you know that there are creatures out there that can affect you like that, but it doesn't seem as if Normal is saying the Kraken can do any of that.
Mm-hmm.
So you're not really sure.
Okay.
You can't think of anything specific. It makes you
Could
uncomfortable.
I pull,
but
like?
you
Could I
can't think of anything
approach
dangerous.
Mam and discuss with her? Like I've and assist her with another Arcana roll to see if we think that the kind of thing that the Kraken is going to do to us is the kind of thing that that would attack our wisdom or our intelligence.
No.
Okay. I mean, I was planning before we head out to the Whalebones. I was planning on casting Hero's Feast anyway. So
Yeah, that's fine. But you're. It sounds like you're asking for a little meta knowledge with a dice roll, and I don't I don't know that you that.
well, I mean, in my
research
head,
would
I was saying
tell
like,
you if the
is
saving throw is going to be wisdom or charisma. Like that's,
yeah.
You're not going to.
But I guess what I was thinking is, would Hero's Feast protect us from this, or not? But
What are the effects of Hero's Feast again?
creature that partakes in the feast is cured of any diseases and poison, becomes immune to poison, and immune to being frightened, makes all wisdom saving throws with advantage, and its hit point maximum is increased by 2d10, and it gains the same number of hit points, and these benefits last for 24 hours. So, like...
I mean, any encounter would benefit from that, right?
Right.
Yeah, realistically.
And
If,
and you know
like,
this
it's the
is
kind of thing I'm thinking about just
difficult,
casting, like,
right?
every night.
You assume, right?
Shoot! I meant to cast it last night before we went to bed. Fuck!
And do you have the required material component for Hero's Feast?
Oh, thank you. No, well, I do not. So I would also like to go shopping for some gem-encrusted bowls.
Very good.
And I might accompany on you that for a small dragon statuette. But also, if we are able to have a heads up of like if we are able to get the drop on this kraken at all, I could potentially do a high level glyph of warding, and give a bunch of us concentration free resistance to psychic damage just in case.
How?
That's clever.
Cast if
convoluted.
a spell is cast through glyph of warding, it doesn't require concentration. Essentially.
No, I understand that, but where would you put the glyph? It can't move.
Sure, I mean we could cast it like on the airship if it's stationary, and then it would require knowledge of the situation, but it's an option.
How long does it last for?
An hour.
Oh, okay, cool. So yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
How long does it take to
So
cast
that's
Glyph of Warding?
An hour.
Oh, okay. All right. So it takes.
But like
to
once it's
it.
cast, as long as the glyph doesn't move, it's just like
More than
there.
10 feet.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Until it's triggered.
Right.
But that's probably if we are able to take another long rest before actually fighting the kraken, that might be something I can do. Otherwise, I don't know. But
I would.
That's all.
I would.
That's all depending on what happens.
Yeah. Entirely up to you.
Right.
I think an argument can be made for another long rest for no other reason than just to make sure that I mean, am I the only one who doesn't have all their hit die?
I mean, yeah, I don't have all my hit die, but there's no guarantee right now. So.
Yeah. I mean, up
Yeah,
to you.
I think we do what we got to do here. We hop on the airship and go see what's waiting for us at the Whalebones.
Yes.
My God.
I would at least like to get to the whaleboat before we have to end the session.
Yeah.
Right.
It's already
so
110.
Mam and Zwazos both roll me a d4. And I'm gonna
Oh,
take
are you guys searching for your
that's good.
materials?
Okay, I'm gonna take the average of those. So 1 and 4 is 5, 2.5. It's gonna take you 2.5 hours to find a shop to buy your stuff in. Your dragon statuette and the gem encrusted bowls.
Okay. And I'm assuming that folks are cool with me taking the money for those gem encrusted bowls out of the party.
Yes.
Absolutely.
While they're doing their
I
thing.
mean, they're pretty expensive, right? They're like 1,000 gold each.
They're like 1,000, yeah.
So I mean, are you
So
sure
I was-
you want to spend your very limited amount of gold on?
I mean, I don't know. We only have.
You're freaking wealthy. You just stole an entire dragon.
I can't even do that. 34,000.
Yeah.
You know,
I could only buy 34 of them.
Yep.
And
I think-
then
right,
7 more
like-
with the money I have on me.
Also, what you're buying is like a pretty crazy thing. Like not a lot of people have the money to just buy 1,000 gold piece gem encrusted bowl. So
That's fair.
roll me another d4.
Fair enough.
They have 4. They have 4 available.
Okay. I was thinking about getting 3, but knowing that they might be in limited supply in the future, I think I'll take all 4 of them.
Can Mam also? I imagine finding chalks and stuff for teleportation circle wouldn't be terribly difficult.
Within that, I would say within that 2.5 hours.
We have a
you
harvest.
Cool.
You can do
Can
that.
I buy 4? Would I be able to get 4 castings worth?
Yep.
Okay, great. Go up to 5, and that will cost me
So
200 there. And
Nick, I don't know how to make changes to the gold in the party sheet.
I can do that. Let me
Okay,
give you
so yeah, just 4,000.
gem and crust.
can I also just grab another 1,000 from the party sheet?
Absolutely.
Yes.
Yeah. 1, 6,
Alright.
2, and then minus
So
500 for my dragon.
I'll remove the gold from the party sheet if, like,
Perfect.
Justin, you can add it to yours, and
Yep.
I've already put the gem encrusted bowls in your inventory as well. How much gold were you taking, Justin? 1,000?
Just 1,000.
Okay. All right.
And then I'll pay 500 for my statue and 200 for 4 castings worth of chalk.
Okay. Do you already have the chalk in your inventory? Can
Yes.
Okay. So
I do not have a dragon statuette, though.
Okay. Is there a statuette?
That was so awesome when you touched the dragon statue in the thing, and oh my god, that was so great. Oh.
That was why I took the dragon horn at one point off of one of the dead adult dragons. I was like, I don't know if I'm going to find a statuette here, but maybe Nick will let me use a hero point and a horn to make it happen.
While they're doing that, can I find...
How much does it have to be worth, Justin? Did you say 500?
500.
Okay. Sorry. What was that, Eliza?
Can I try to find an Emerald Enclave sigil door front, like within the time frame that they're gone? So like, I have the Sending Stone necklace on me, and I'm just gonna be like, I'll be right back, and dip out into the street and try an Emerald Enclave place.
Okay. Yes. Roll me. And I'm going to give you an investigation
Okay.
check. It's not going to be... Whoops. There we go. Not going to be a terribly high DC.
Okay.
Because it is Waterdeep, right? It's just you have to walk around.
Yeah.
It's a big place. Okay.
Well,
That's
there we
fine. In one of the market districts, you see there's like an herb shop that does have the sigil kind of buried inside the storefront.
And so I just very quickly take a peek around and then go into the store, just to make sure I wasn't followed.
Okay, very good. Yeah, you don't notice anybody following you.
Perfect. I just dip into the store real quick.
Okay. And it's exactly what it looks like. It's like an herb shop. There's it looks like there's one older human woman who's, she's got like a little basket, and she's, carefully measuring out some herbs, and she kind of looks over at you and smiles and waves, and then behind the counter there's what looks to be an elf or a half elf woman. Really hard to tell age. They definitely have a few wrinkles on their face, so you're not really sure if this is like a really old elf or if maybe there's more human blood. Not really sure. And she kind of looks up and she smiles a little bit and just waves. Let me know if you need any help with anything.
I do, and I just quickly scurry up to the front. Um, I
Yes, of course.
sorry, I'm not sure how to do this introduction, and then I just take out the necklace that I like tucked under my robes, like, and show the elk
Okay.
necklace.
And she, oh, you're part of the knitting circle. Yes, we're meeting in the back. Denny, Denny, help yourself. I'll be just a moment. Come on in. And she moves like a beaded curtain, and she like walks into the back.
Perfect, and I duck into the room.
And she's like, okay. She's like, don't worry about her. Her hearing isn't so good these days. What can I do for you?
Yeah. Sorry, I was just giving an update on the whole situation. I'm Nyx of the folk band. Hi, it's very nice to meet you.
Of course you are. Of course you are. My name is Bestra. It's very nice to meet you.
It's very nice to meet you, Bestra. I will absolutely be buying herbs from you in the future. I don't know how to send a message. I'm not a magic person. I just use my fist.
I can get a message. Who are you trying to get? You just want it to the Enclave, or is there someone specific you need to get it to?
The Enclave would be great because I'm not sure how far up the ladder it needs to go. So we found, and then it's like, okay, there's just a very long story with this, but we defeated the Shadow Horde of the Zentarum, or at least what was in Loudwater. Loudwater is gonna have a vote for a new person to run it. They have come to a peaceful agreement with the Hill Giants, and I'm on my way to fight a Kraken to get the Storm Giant King Hecaton away from him, hopefully save him in time. The Folkman is going to be very tied up and busy for the next several days, but we will be back to help with everything else afterwards. And there's just a very nervous look on Nyx's face of like, I'm so sorry to dump this on you.
And she like her face is just like, okay, and she kind of like puts hands on both of your shoulders. It's a little up, right? She's a little shorter than you, so she's got her arms up a little bit. It's okay. I'll make sure the message gets to them. I have a fantastic memory. I've got all of that. Is there anything I can do? Do you need anything? I have a few potions in the back. Do you need healing potions? Are you good?
Healing potions would be great. Do you know anyone that has like mind shielding powers by chance?
She's like, no.
That's okay. That's okay. I it doesn't hurt to ask. The Kraken apparently can talk in people's minds. We're learning a lot about powerful legendary creatures. It's a lot. And Nyx is like relaxed.
Takes one to know one.
What? I'm like slowly realizing how powerful we are.
Pretty good.
So Nyx just like takes a deep breath and relaxes after that. It's like, thank you so much. I realized I've been like MIA ever since like I went into the Feywild a while back, and I feel like I haven't updated anybody since then. I am still here. I'm still totally going to help. There's just so much. There is just so much.
I feel like you did. I feel like you talked to Agatha at Castle Never.
I did when we got back, but that was a while ago.
Okay. I couldn't remember when exactly that was. Okay.
That was like as soon as we got that's either as soon as we got back from the Feywild or right before we left. And I'm feeling like it was right before we left for the Feywild because we got potions from her. So it's been a hot minute since I talked to anyone from the Enclave because I've been helping everybody else.
Do we want to, on that note, do we want to see if there are potions anywhere.
I'm getting some
Yeah.
potions
So
here, but if
she
y'all
kind of
want
like
to
goes
find...
into the back, and she comes back, and she's got these handfuls of potions, and she kind of here. She's like, just
Okay.
take
I open up
these.
my pouch, and I
Yep.
just put the
And
thank
so
you.
she gives you 4 potions of greater healing.
Oh my
yeah.
god!
So I'm gonna
Love it.
turn your 2 into 6. Oh, not
Perfect.
46, just 6.
Oh.
There you go.
Oh,
4 patients
yeah.
of greater healing. Woo. All right.
And she says,
Thank you so
you know,
much.
Agatha's working at the Castle Never, so if there are other types of potions you need, let her know or let me know, and we can work on them. We know you're doing good work.
Unfortunately, it's really short notice, so I don't think she's gonna have anything. We gotta I'm doing this as a really quick thing because I remembered we're everywhere. Like we have little places everywhere. I've just been, the Harpers and the King's Guard and the
And the
God, this is
faction.
a lot. And the factions, the other factions. I've been trying to help other people too, and it's just, I'm sorry. I feel like I've left. Is there anything out towards the whalebones you need taken care of that you know of?
She's like, no, dear, go.
Okay, okay. I'll let you know how it goes with the Kraken. Maybe you just hear back from other people. I'll let you know though.
I hope we hear back from you.
I didn't want to say that part out loud, but thank you.
Eliza, I'm gonna leave this up to you. When we catch back up, would Nyx have mentioned the idea that so and so might have other potions that we might want to look into?
I do tap the sending stone and just send a quick. I went to a shop for the enclave. They have herbs and they gave me some healing potions, but I forgot we have Agatha in Neverember's castle. Do you want to message her? And then I go back to my own conversation.
So, assuming that Zwazos and Mam are traveling together, Zwazos might bring up the idea that perhaps if we could get our hands on a potion of flight or something, maybe it might be worth at least seeing what they have ready in the immediate.
I
Also,
don't
Nick,
know.
I would like to. Can I get some diamonds, please, for Revivify components?
Yeah, we can buy some diamonds. Since you're buying a couple more things, I'm adding another half hour to your time here. But
That's
yes.
fine.
I was also gonna ask if I could get some the components required for Glyph of Warding,
Yes.
which is sense and powdered diamonds.
Yeah, you're in Waterdeep, right? You can get this stuff. There is a jeweler. Diamonds are not the most rarest thing, and I assume you're looking for ones that are worth 300?
And it just says 300 gold pieces worth of diamonds. It doesn't
Okay.
specify.
All right. So they don't have to be 300. It can be 100. So yeah, 100 gold piece diamonds are in supply, right? Like, so if you need some, you can buy as many as you need.
In that case, I would like. Major cities again, components, and we're just swimming in all this friggin' money that is literally just taking up space. I'll get 5 castings worth, so 1,500
Okay.
GP.
While I'm at the herb shop, I am gonna ask her for some nice smelling herbs and something that like incense if she has it. And also ask Vestra for something that reminds like good smelling herbs and potions kind of thing, like rosemary, thyme, things like that.
Yeah, you can find all that. Most of it is very cheap. I'd say for like a handful of silver, you can get what you need for
Perfect.
herbs. Zwazos, I am putting. All right, so 1,100 gold piece diamonds. So 1,500.
I'll be right back.
11518. Okay. And
I'm all set in the shop, so
Okay.
I'll just pay for those herbs, and I will be back as a player momentarily.
Okay, very good. I didn't pay attention to exactly what herbs you wanted, so I'll just pretend you have them in your inventory.
Parsley, sage, rosemary, and thyme.
Parsley, sage, rosemary, and thyme. That's easy enough. Ma'am, what were the components that you needed?
I need incense and powdered diamond worth 200 gold pieces.
All right. Powdered.
Although you could just say glyph of warding components if you wanted to.
All right.
I like this idea of.
I do kind of like that. All right, so this is going to be stop it. Glyph. Sorry. Of warding components. Worth 250. You said
200.
200. 100 gold pieces. Okay. Perfect. And how many of those did you want?
If again we're okay with me taking stuff out of the money burning a hole in our pocket, I'll take 5 if I can get another 1,000 gold.
I mean, this is a perfectly valid use of our money, and like realistically, just easier to carry.
Yeah.
We can put our money in the bank now that we're in a major city.
That's true.
So I suppose we'll probably think about. Well, let's see how much of it we can get spent, or at least we could transfer it into platinum, so it's not taking up the entire bag of holding.
Nick, did you say that we were at a jeweler?
Yes. You definitely went to a jeweler in Waterdeep.
While Ma'am is there, can she see? She wants to look at like a necklace.
Okay.
If they have something with like a warm tone jewel or something.
I mean, I would say yes. The more rare you're looking for, the less of a chance it'll be at just a jeweler. But
I don't think she's looking for anything particularly rare. Just something nice.
Let's see. There's a delicate necklace. So you see a delicate necklace, a thumb-sized pendant oval threaded on a thin chain. Oh, whoops. Apparently inscribed with "Forlorna Forever."
Maybe that
We
one.
don't want someone so personal.
Yeah. Next.
That's oddly specific. Let's see. No, I'm not saying that. Necklace string of small pink pearls. Bejeweled necklace. No description. Gem encrusted necklace. That's awfully expensive. I mean, if the player has an idea of something that they want Ma'am to find there.
Something simple, but like simple but elegant is kind of what comes to mind. Like nothing super fancy. Maybe just like one nice gem maybe set in something.
Like an amber, maybe.
Yeah. Something in that color.
I didn't know.
Necklace with a... What type of stone are you thinking?
Again, any kind of like... I don't know.
Tourmaline?
Tourmaline.
A light blue sapphire?
More looking like orange, yellow.
Like a cat's eye?
Sure.
Okay. With a cat's eye pendant encased in platinum. Okay. Platinum. No. Platinum. Okay, how about an elegant rose gold necklace with a cat's eye stone encased in platinum?
I love that.
Okay. Excellent. And that is, apparently that's 750 gold. That's really nice. But it suits man.
So-
it's the right size.
Yeah. So, assuming again that we are shopping together, Zwazos would want to specifically, even though nobody gives a shit, Zwazos would want to make a gesture out of buying that necklace from him.
Oh, no, please.
No?
I really appreciate. No,
sorry,
Zwazos.
silence. I can't. I don't know silence, but you get my point.
Zwazos, please.
See that? You see that? You know what that is? You know what that's my foot. It's down.
No, Zwazos, you don't understand. I need to buy this for it. I really appreciate. Could you, if you wanted to, maybe buy my spell components that we, that would be amazing. I need to buy, if that's all right. And Ma'am is like flustered.
Ma'am will, of course, our Zwazos will, of course, respect Ma'am's wishes and boundaries.
Ma'am,
and just feel awkward about it.
Ma'am really puts a hand on Zwazos' shoulder and says, "Thank you. If it were anything else, I really appreciate the gesture, but just if it were anything else."
What's it for?
Just nothing. Just it looked nice. I thought it looked nice.
I mean, Zwazos obviously understands there's more to it than that, but he's gonna just let it go and say, "Okay, if you say so."
I'm back.
All right, rose gold cat's eye necklace is now in Ma'am's inventory, and I have to math that. Okay,
How much was it?
750.
Okay, well, actually, Zwazos, if you want to oh wait, no, sorry. I thought I had 600. I have enough.
I mean, yeah, I got almost 700 platinum. So,
And that's not even what's in the party sheet.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's just what's in my
It's
party.
a very silly argument to be having when we are.
When the fate of the continent is at stake.
Yep.
Okay, so 750.
I took it out of the party sheet.
Oh, okay. That's
I've
fine.
I've taken all of this out of the party sheet. So did you also remove any gold for these things?
Did you?
Yes.
I took that 2,000 out of the party sheet, and then
Okay.
subtracted the cost of my.
Gotcha. Okay.
Nice.
I
the 500 and the 200.
Yes, I did. Okay, I think we're square then, because I took the 2,000 out, and so you took it out of that 2,000.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Then yes.
Okay.
Except for the 750, I took the 750 directly out of the party sheet.
Great. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
I'm back wherever we're gonna meet up. I guess it's the library because that's where we all were the last time.
I think so. Unless you want to make arrangements to meet somewhere else.
Would it?
We don't have like a bar here, do we?
I mean,
Would it make sense to potentially meet at the lady with the potions that we wanted to check in with?
Agatha? She's at Neverwinter.
Yeah, she's in Neverwinter. Yeah, that's why I was wondering: is it like worth it to burn up sending, casting to ask what she has, and can we even ascertain that information in 25 words?
I mean, I'm happy to do ascending. When it's been a couple days since we last saw her, right?
It's
No,
been a
longer than that
while.
because we traveled. At the very least, we traveled from wherever we went to the Oracle from.
Okay.
And then we also spent like it was between travel and the thing itself. It was a couple days with the False Hydra side quest. And then how long did it take for us to travel the Dragon Dune?
Yeah, another couple days.
Or was it? I can't remember where we started from, but we were on Platyvels, I know. So, and the Platyvels are so fast.
Up in Deadstone Cleft.
And I love them. They're so cute.
26 guest room.
I want to pinch them on their cheeks.
Harper safe house. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 days ago, you spent the night at the Harper safe house in Neverwinter.
Okay.
So I would say it's been at least... Yeah, so you went to Neverwinter on the 25th of Elaint, which was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 days ago. So about 7 days ago, I would guess, is when you last talked to Agatha.
Can we so Nick's sending stones to me while they were still at the shop. Can we retcon that we asked Nyx to ask her what Agatha would have been able to how much we could expect Agatha's inventory to have changed in a week? If she has any idea?
She doesn't know.
No, she has no idea.
Yeah. I mean, you can retcon to ask that, but she's going to be like, I don't talk to Agatha every day. I have no idea.
I didn't know just because she brews potions herself. Yeah. How much, how long.
It depends on what she's making, right?
Yeah, exactly.
I think I threw together some potion stuff. Yarn shop? I don't know what that was. Agatha, I don't know. Did I put something in here? Did I?
I mean, do you know if she has any new potions that might be useful to cut shoe leather, or?
I don't. I have no idea. I would probably roll to see if there's anything available. I mean, what do you want there to be available? So their job at Neverwinter is create healing potions, right? So that's what they're doing. I know that I think they provided one oil of etherealness because you were in need, and I think somebody rolled really high on the we knew what you were gonna want table. But I mean, I can roll a random roll on a potion table, but what are you looking for?
Well, again, I wasn't sure. A potion of flight is the first thing that came to my mind, but there's also
Yep. So you get one casting a fly. I'll remind.
I don't know what.
I'll remind Neeb that he might have an item. in that realm.
Oh, that's right. Eve's got that thing.
Yeah, I think we gave Neba an amulet of flight, right?
And that
Uh,
requires attunement, yes?
Yes,
Amulet of
he is
Flight?
attuned to that. You
Oh, he is
touching-
attuned? Cool.
Let's see.
Oh,
Creature. While
Wait, where did I
wearing
get
this
that?
amulet, you can use an action to activate the power within and cast the fly spell on yourself. Okay, so
wait, when did I get that?
I think
We just kind of
you
had
bought
them,
it. I
and
think
so
that
we.
was like one of the 2 items you chose to buy. Like I can't remember when that was, or
No,
Or
we
it was
just
like,
had
it was
a.
one of our. They were like,
we
here, you
just-
can have any 2 items you want, because you, as like a
No.
reward for something.
No, we got
Oh.
several amulets of flight from something, and when
Oh,
Neeb
that's
came
right.
on board, we were like, Neeb, do you have attunement? And I think Neeb had open attunement, so we said here, because I think we just had one in the
Okay.
party sheet.
That's
I was there.
right.
Because
They
Ma'am
were,
has one
amulet-
too.
I did not know I had this.
Yeah, they were amulets of flight on something attacked us, and they had amulets of flight on them.
Yeah.
When was this?
oh, that was at the temple. The 2 bone claws had those.
Right.
Right.
That's what it was.
And of course we killed them because they fought the folk band, and that's
Yeah,
what
we
happens
won.
You can't do that.
most of the time.
Right.
They had the death claws too.
Oh, that's right, man. That was a great day.
Man, I love
It's a
loot.
great day. Loot's like the best part of D&D
Really.
when it's done right. In my opinion.
Yeah, like when you roll on a random treasure table.
Yes. That's nice.
So Ma'am will do this casting to what's her face?
Oh, to Agatha?
Yes.
Okay.
Like, yeah, just ask if she has any new potions, if she's been able to create any new potions other than healing potions since we saw her last that could be useful. That's 25 words, right?
Okay.
Yeah, I said folk band going to fight Kraken. Nix wants to ask if you have any new potions that are useful. Might need mind protection.
Okay. What is this? No. Okay. All right. Nix, roll me a d6.
Oh, I started making a bagel.
All right.
I thought for sure. Sorry.
Oh, go ahead.
I was just gonna say I thought for sure that they were gonna say something like, "Oh, I started preparing the spell" or something. It's gonna be a D&D thing.
Yeah, right.
I was just hungry.
Let's see. Okay, that's a. Okay. So she answers back that yes, she has a few superior healing potions that she could set aside for you. 3 to be exact. Whoops, not encounters. Give me a parcel. And we're going to do an Agatha Potions parcel. Alright. And then the question was, do you have any non-healing potions available? Zwazos, roll me a d20. Oh, okay. So let's. Ooh. Okay. All right. Yes, but it's only a which ones are there? Alright, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, Neeb, roll me a d10.
D10.
Yep, you want the 8. Oh. She says, yes, we do have one, but it's a potion of radiant resistance.
Oh well, that's not gonna help us.
And then anybody hasn't rolled yet. Ma'am, roll me a d20.
I think Justin was going to save their bagel.
Okay.
I'm here. I'm
Are you
here.
here?
Okay.
My bagel is not far away.
I'm gonna be
Okay.
18. Oh,
goodness.
okay. All right. Then something else. Let's see. What else? But I do have an older potion here of. Oh, that could be. That's not bad. Well, that could be helpful. It's kind of shitty, but it might come in handy. We do have an old... This has been sitting around a while, but it's a potion of water breathing, if that's helpful.
We are gonna be on the water.
God.
I mean, I think. Do we think it's worth going there to get some superior healing potions and a potion of water breathing? Would be the question.
I mean, was there? I mean, I guess it doesn't really matter. Like, time is the commodity, not the gold. I was gonna ask if she if she had them to offer us, or if
Yeah.
we would have to pay for them. That does not matter.
That's when she has it available.
Then we can. Yeah. So is it? I mean, I guess it wouldn't take that long. You Harper Circle over to Waterdeep, go to the shop,
Yeah. I'd say
Harper
an hour.
Circle back.
Cost you an hour to go.
Yeah.
pick those up.
I mean, an hour to be able to get 2 potions of superior healing. That's 3 potions of superior healing. That's
Yeah, I think that's worth
that's
it.
8d4 plus 16.
Something like that. It
Is that right?
Holy moly. Yeah.
8d4 plus 8.
Oh no, that makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I would say that is the kind of thing that we would like to have. So I think it's worth the hour to go get them. Then, pay whatever she wants for them. Excuse me.
Nix, do you want to socialize with Agatha, or do you want to cut some shoe leather?
Oh, is she talking to me?
No. I'm asking if you want to role play the encounter with her, or if you just want to grab your stuff. And she will ask if there's anything you want her to work on in her spare time. But if you want to role play the encounter, we can do that. I don't know if you want to.
No, I'm all set with role playing it
Okay.
right now. I'll just reiterate what we're about to do, which is fucking crazy, right? That we're gonna go fight a kraken. And I was like, I really wish we thought, hey, we knew a potion person before this, or at least knew that there could be potentially mind shielding powers somewhere. But it's a little too late for that. But maybe in the future we could work something out. Also, I haven't tried your oil of etherealness yet. I will need to figure out where to use that.
She's like, oh, that's fine. She's like, that's fine. Do you want us to keep working on that, or is there something else you'd rather have us work on? I think another few days you'd probably have another one for you.
Oh no, I still have the one that you gave me. I haven't got to test that out yet. But I know that Ma'am really likes Ma'am and Bark, and they really like that giant strength one
Oh,
that you
okay.
guys
Oh,
had, and then
oh yes, that was the other one I was going to bring up, but I forgot about. Is enlarge.
oh yeah, and then like one that makes everyone bigger. You know, like whoever drinks it, big, like enlarge.
Gotcha.
Is that the right word?
Enlarge. Yep. Yep. Okay. Potion of enlargement. I'm not sure what they call it, but yeah, I think we can.
And
Those.
I'd just say if you were already working on another potion of etherealness, it might not be bad to have more than one.
Yeah. We've been brewing one for a little while, so we'll finish it, but we'll also start working on some of these other potions. Do you want just the one more, or should we start another one after that?
Um,
They take
I
about
mean, I
they take
still
about
have
a 10-day to make.
And how many days left on this one? You said earlier, Nick.
2, I think. Did I say 2? 2 or 3?
all right.
2.
I mean, it's not. It's just good to have one ready. So like I already have this one still. Ma'am, you want one, right? Or so maybe do that one. So maybe another one. Yeah. But I know that health potions, strength ones that make you bigger, and then one that makes you harder to hit are perfect. Those are great to have in the stock.
And she's like, okay, so the strength. You want strength potions. You want to make you bigger.
Yep.
And something about hitting harder to hit. What was that last one?
Like I didn't know really what to call oil of etherealness.
Oh,
Like
okay.
it makes you like invisible, right? Or like harder to hit.
Oh,
Where
no,
did I put it?
it sends you to the ethereal plane.
Oh, never mind. Yeah, that's our next plot. So yeah.
Right? What is the actual etherealness?
And Nix, didn't you like that potion of speed?
Oh, yeah, I really did like that one. Oh yeah, potion of etherealness sends you to the ethereal plane. Shit. Okay.
Haste. Jesus is the one I was trying to think of earlier too.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'll try.
So the oil of etherealness will all need one eventually. So there's, and I start counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
She's
Right.
like, so she's like, okay. She's like, I'll just when each one finishes, I'll start a new one.
Thank you.
Until we get enough. It's gonna be a while to get one for everybody, but we'll have another one here in a couple of days, and then after that, we'll keep it going. I'll see if I can procure another set of beakers, and we'll try to start on a second row of them.
Okay, thank you. Sorry.
That's okay. That's all right.
I'm sorry. You're working so much on all the other things, and we appreciate you so much. We're just realizing we are fighting legendary creatures. So they can just poof whenever they want to into a different dimension.
That's
So
annoying.
this one just happens to go into the ethereal plane. So yeah.
Well, at least you have a way to chase it.
Right?
All right. So she gives you. I'm gonna put them in the party sheet. She gives you. Boom. 3 potions of superior healing and 1 potion of water breathing, and she's gonna keep
Very
working
nice.
on the oil.
So we asked for strength, haste, enlarge, etherealness.
Haste. That's right. Haste too. Okay.
So those were the 4 that we asked for, right? One for
Yes.
one etherealness for everyone. Hill giant strength, haste, and enlarge.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, okay. Perfect. Alright. Alright, I made the note.
Okay.
It is almost 2 o'clock. We only have a half an hour left.
That's right.
I really want to get to the whaleboat. Sorry, we're all focused on it now.
It's turned into a shopping episode.
I know I did.
All right. Okay. So you have the list of stuff you want Agatha to work on. You're in Neverwinter. Anything
Oh,
else
shit,
you
we
want to do
teleported.
here? We can shoe leather it, but is there anything else anybody wants to do while you're in Neverwinter?
We're in Neverwinter, and I wanna. Oh no.
Yes, no, maybe.
I was thinking I had
I don't know.
order the gauntlet
Oh, okay.
people here, but I don't. My order of the gauntlets in. They're in the.
That's where they live.
Where the fuck are they?
The Star
canonically.
Metal Hills? The Star Metal? It's the hang on. It is the Star Mounts in the middle of the high forest. That's where their castle is.
Okay. Just last time I had any order business, I was in Neverwinter, but
Yeah.
I don't actually have anybody here.
Let me
At least that I know of.
There. Yep. So on the Star Mounts.
It's like when we went to the grandfather tree.
Yeah, but Sarah Leakic, you the last time I think you had extended contact was Ascending, but before that it was you were at the ball. You were at the Neverwinter ball for the folk band, the gala. The gala was the last
and that
time.
was just after
Lyland.
Lyland,
Yeah.
so that was
a 10-day.
I mean,
so it was a long time ago. Yeah. But you did talk to them. Ma'am talked to them via Sending after you took care of Darren Marquis, after you laid him to rest.
Yes.
And then, so you did have a chance to speak with her.
Do I have any way of either in Neverwinter or in Waterdeep? Do I have any way of recognizing where order people might be? There's a sigil I imagine that they would display.
That is an excellent question.
I imagine I could recognize them. The question is are they there?
Yeah. Let me see where. I have to find my note for that about factions. There we go. Okay. All right. So the Order of the Gauntlet, Diamond. Okay. So they are in major cities only. So they're in Neverwinter, Waterdeep, Baldur's Gate, and Silvery Moon. So they do have a presence in Neverwinter. And the Order of the Gauntlet are not like a secretive group, right? They have like a compound where you can just go. Like they've got like flags of their sigil like on the thing. They're not like, you don't have to find
Yeah, they're not like a clandestine organization.
Correct. Yeah. They're a straight
so
up
then
out there group.
I would want to go to, wherever they are and, check in with somebody and, I am Zlazos, the divine soul, of the folk band, Order of the Gauntlet, blah, 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 blah. This is what's going on, and just update the order as to the goings on.
Okay. All right. Fantastic. So you also checked in, and you've got a group that's kind of holding the fort down in Riverton. So they were recently apprised of your situation as well. But you walk up, they know who you are, right? Like you are the divine soul. Like they know exactly who you are when you walk up. Yeah. So you walk up. They let you in. People kind of stop what they're doing when the divine soul walks through. Like people know. So you walk through. You immediately get an audience with the leader, whose name is not on the tip of my tongue at the moment. But you have a chance to talk with them. You give them the full lowdown. He thanks you profusely. He lets you know that the forces are ready if anything comes to bear. If you need any help, if there's anything they can do, they're happy to help out as well. But they thank you, and yeah. Is there anything that they can?
I mean, anyone that they think can help us fight a kraken can meet us at the Whalebones as soon as possible. Or are we waiting for the etherealness oil? Like, are we going to be a couple days before we head out there?
No, we're gonna head out there like now.
We're going.
So yeah, we're going.
So
etherealness was for
even death.
Yeah.
Even death, yeah, but Eben death, but we gotta go.
Okay. So she's like, so I mean, we have contingents of soldiers we can send to you, but we have to get approval to do that. We can't just send them out. So we'll have to fill out some forms and petition the local leaders to make that happen. But they don't meet again for another couple of days. So, but I mean, we can give them all this information. We can get some written affidavits from the guys down in Riverton. If you have a few minutes and can fill out an affidavit of what happened, and if there's any witnesses to exactly what happened, that'll only help.
Is this a bit you're doing about all the paperwork that goes into ridding the world of evil?
So, I don't remember if you remember the specifics of the Order of the Gauntlet, but they are, I mean, they're fairly like bureaucratic. Like they need proof of stuff before they'll act. Like, again, like thoughts of evil, not okay. Actual verifiable acts of evil, and they'll send an army to fight this kraken if you can, fill out the proper paperwork and get the proper approvals.
Okay, so the word of the divine soul is enough for them. They need it
written down, and they need to have they need to send it through.
How long does it take to fill out the papaperwork?
Not long. Like if you want to, like.
Yeah. All right. Cool. Yeah. Yes. Eyes, Wazos, the divine soul. Comet, the divine soul. Inform the order of the blah 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 blah, and the King Hecatan, and the Ebendeth, and the Kraken, and this is our situation, and we need immediate assistance. Anything that can be offered, because we're the friggin' folk band. Quotes around friggin', and then but still, ... See you there, smiley face.
Right. And so he's like, okay, he's like, so what time? On what day do you need these forces?
We'll be there in 6 hours.
He's like,
I'm gonna give him a look. And I'd like to do an intimidation roll. Actually, no, I'll do a persuasion roll. I'd like to do a persuasion roll to make this guy know that he's gonna have to find some way to run this up the fucking flagpole pretty fucking quickly.
Okay. Very good. Persuasion.
I'm gonna roll you all kinds of persuasion. Okay.
I love how, like, we've learned this before, that it doesn't matter that you're the divine soul, but, like, you're just walking in there like, fuck you. Dracula.
So, like, he's
and
like,
help.
Like, he's starting to, like, tremble. Like, he's staring at you. He's like, yeah, I can
get it to your supervisor and get it to their supervisor and just make it happen quickly. And make sure to tell them about the look in my eyes when you pass it along.
Okay. Okay. I'll fill out the rest of the paperwork, and we'll get it all buttoned up, and we'll see if we can get. Yeah. Yes.
Messenger version of this bird is like, holy shit. He's like so used to like regular bureaucratic paperwork.
Oh yeah,
that like
they've already got their forms filled out, right? Everyone waits in line and very courteously, and Zuazo's just kind of like walks in. He's like, "You're gonna do this right now."
Yeah.
You have to file it away and put it in the inbox and let it stay till tomorrow.
You're gonna fly it there yourself.
Now,
Right.
you're gonna put the little sign up in a little window that says "back in 5 minutes," so that your bot can do the same thing, rinse and repeat.
Need to go do the thing. He's like, okay, I will send this along with post haste. And
Okay.
What exactly are you asking for assistance? How many?
Anyone that can fight.
Everything that can be spared.
Everything you have. He's like, everything.
Don't bring me a lot of bacon and eggs. Bring me all the bacon and eggs.
I'm afraid you misheard what I said. That's so fantastic. And he's just like, yeah, he's like writing down. He's like looking up. He's like writing down. He's like, and you can tell like he has this look of just like, my mouth is saying yes, and my brain is screaming that there's no fucking way in hell this is gonna possibly happen in time. But yes, I'm going to send this along, and I will
put a rush on it.
Imbue the necessary priority that you have commanded. Let's see. Everything we can muster in 6 hours. Anything else?
At the whalebones.
At the whalebones?
Yes, no, we're going to the whale. We are going to the whalebones. If not for any other reason, just because Eliza will explode.
Yes. And you're in Neverwinter.
Yeah, so we have to.
Right. You're going to teleport down to Waterdeep and then fly over to the whalebones.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
well, we're not flying. Right. We have a ship. We have to meet the giants.
Right.
But.
No, I'm gonna. You know what? Zwazos is just gonna fly straight from Neverwinter, and he'll just beat them there because he can do that, right? That's one of the abilities I have now. I see it right there. Yeah. It's probably not on your screen because it's can get right to anywhere because he's
right,
awesome.
That one that was your 17th level Aarakocra feature, right? Where you can just go where you want. Right.
Oh God.
Right. I missed that one was written in invisible ink. All right. So I mean, this guy's just like flabbergasted. He's going to do everything in his power to make sure the proper people see this request. And is there anything else you would like to add to your request, or is this?
No. I am the player. I'm saying I've left already.
Okay. All right. Fantastic. So you went in, you made this demand, and you left him kind of sputtering behind, and there were a couple guards giggling.
Yeah, as if to insinuate that there is little time to waste.
Yes. Very good. Okay. Anything else in Neverwinter? Anyone?
Not for me.
No? Grab your potions. Drop some orders. And all right, so you head back to Waterdeep. What do we have for time? 10 a.m. It's going to take at least another hour. So we are at 11 a.m. You are in Waterdeep. You're expecting reinforcements at 4 p.m. at the Whalebones. And are you hopping on your airship?
I think so.
Yeah, we got everything we need. We got revivifies. We got the things. All right, where's yeah, we got everything we're gonna be able to get within a day.
Sorry, that was me.
I'm set.
Because I mean, even if we could have gotten that teleport scroll, it would still take, 2 full work days.
Yeah.
Just copy it into the book.
Sorry, there we go. Okay. I'm having map issues. Okay. All right. Very good. So, so you're gonna have to head out of the city of Waterdeep and meet up with your airship, which, if I remember right, is just outside of our deep forest. So it's gonna take you about, we'll say, 30 minutes to walk out of Waterdeep and make your way to the airship. Alright, so now we're all on the airship. Did I just share that? There we go. Alright, so we are now all on the airship. And the druids greet you. They're happy to see you. They're like, oh! Are we going? Is this for reals? Are we good?
Yeah.
Alright. Did I do a thing?
Did you do a thing? I don't know if you did a thing.
I did.
You do
I did the thing. Good for me. Alright. Okay. So, I'm going to throw you all onto the airship here, right? Man and Bubble. Need Vark, who makes the airship tilt in one direction.
Oh, Jesus.
Boom.
Those. Leader Snacks.
Oh, shit. We didn't do anything for sex. That's alright.
Alright. So, Snacks is excited. He thinks this is a good plan. He thinks, at some point, I imagine Snacks took Mam aside and was like, okay, look. That negotiation in Loudwater didn't go so great. I think maybe next time I'll take lead in negotiations, and you can kind of take some notes, and then we'll go from there. But overall, good job.
Sorry, are you referring to the initial negotiation with Lord Telbor, or the negotiations where both sides got what they want in the end, and there's peace in the region? Just to be sure.
And he kind of like reaches up and puts his hand like on your waist, and he's just like, I'm talking about the one with Lord Telbor that went sideways fast, right? You came in a little hot, right? I probably could have got us out of there without any bloodshed, but once everyone was dead, you handled the negotiations between the captain and the stone giants very well. That was great. I don't really feel like we did anything but watch, but that's cool. That was good. And I understand, you got to get credit when you do the good things. I can't just be, handing out criticism. There's got to be, got to have the sandwich, right? You got to get good news, bad news, good news, right?
Thanks, Snacks. I just wanted to be sure. Thank you. Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, good talk. Good talk.
Yeah, good talk.
Justin, I sent you a message. And also, Nick, Swazos would realize that we don't really know much about Snacks. So Swazos might take a minute to ask Snacks about, what he can do and, what kind, where he's most useful on the, in a fight. And
he's like, well, on the back line, right? That's where your generals generally, right? I can shoot stuff. I'm pretty good. I can shoot stuff with my crossbow, right? I can stab stuff. I've got my...
I mean, of course, your leadership is invaluable, but
we
are going to need you to physically contribute if this fight's going to be as bad as we...
Yeah, of course. I mean, or you guys kind of got me killed last time, right? Let's not forget. Right?
We got you back.
As long as you guys can set up a proper battle perimeter and give me a place from which to survey the battlefield, I think we'll be fine. right? Like I'll rain down hell with my bow, and you guys can be the front line and make sure that you know.
Silently through his sending stone, Zuazo says to Nyx, Guard never pulled this shit. What the hell?
Mim is gonna take Zwaz arm over Zwazos and kind of take him to the side and be like, we don't need him to fight. Like, kind of just brought him along because I liked him. Like,
I mean, yeah, no, he's tons of fun and everything, but if he can,
he will die.
Oh, probably. Oh, that's right. How many hit points did he have? Like 42?
He's got a
It's
few.
like not a lot.
Yeah, he's got a few.
Not a lot.
It's something like that.
Oh no.
What does he have? It's something like that.
He took him along as like a moral thing, like it's fun, and then also like we shouldn't leave this poor kobold to deal with the backlash.
I think he should come.
Yay.
I vote he comes.
I do think that there
Why
is a future potentially where we show him how to be a good leader and all that, and maybe we return him to Dragon Doom and he can be a good leader there. But
think about it.
I think we got to keep him alive for that.
Think about it. If he stands up to a kraken, I mean, what can't he, stand up to?
Exactly.
This is the ultimate test.
No, God.
Yeah, so I mean, like he said, if we can find a tactical position for him, I think it's reasonable for him to maybe be able to, provide some support.
There we go.
But I don't think he needs to be on the front lines with us.
Hilarity may ensue.
Mm-hmm.
7-4.
Awesome.
All right. Fine.
Okay. Yeah. So now that that's settled, you'll head out on your airship towards the Whalebones, right? So. Oh, do I have? I think I do. I have a thing for that. So let's get a thing, right? Tokens. Campaign. Right? Airship. Boop. Alright. So. You are in Waterdeep. I'm going to make it bigger. I think. If I can do this right. There we go. Just so you can see it. Obviously, it's not to scale. But yeah, so we've got the group heading out from Waterdeep to the Whalebones. And it is, how far is that? That is a lot of miles. 195 miles. So it's about 200 miles. You go 50 miles an hour, so it's going to take you 4 hours. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's getting to be about 4:45 o'clock by the time you get to the Whalebones. And it's, there's a couple of small fishing villages that you notice, but for the most part, the two larger islands are mostly just like rocks and like craggly slopes, so there's nothing living on them. But as you kind of get closer, you can see that there are these 4 just enormous, what look like giant birds. And then as you kind of get closer and you see that these giant birds are being ridden by storm giants. Like, that's how humongous these birds are.
Oh my lord!
Holy shit!
I mean, storm giants are bigger than Quetzalcoatlus.
Yeah, those are like dragons as birds.
Those are very, very large, and they have their birds specifically, like feathered, beaked birds. They're not just giant winged creatures. They don't just look like birds from the distance, and we can only tell that they're giant winged creatures.
Yeah. I mean, you realize that they're, these are the storm giants that were sent here to meet you, right? Like, that's what these people are. I am going to throw everybody a roll to see if you know what these are. You may have heard of these.
Yeah. Okay. Let's see.
Yeah, Mammonos.
Oh my gosh, I rolled a 16!
Yep.
Nice.
So, yeah.
Oh wait, guidance!
That's fine. You were
Too late.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, it's fine. You got it. Like Neeb, Mam, Zwazos, you all know that these are Rocs.
Oh.
Oh.
R-A-C-H-S, is that right?
ROC.
Oh. Is there an image?
Oh, I mean, yeah, I can show you an image. Hang on.
I swear, I don't think reliable talent was automated before. I think
like a big bird.
Mm.
There you go. There's no scale, so it's not like helpful.
So it's giant.
But you can.
It's big enough for
But they're very pretty.
storm.
Yeah.
Pretty.
Yeah.
Big enough for a storm giant or cloud giant.
I like the colors.
So at first sight, the silhouette looks much like any other bird of prey, but as it gets closer, however, its unearthly size becomes terrifyingly clear. The wingspan spreads almost 200 feet or more.
No, my lord.
Imagine those talons.
Jesus Christ.
Giant spikes.
Yep. In the ancient days when giants battled dragons, Anam the Allfather created Rocs so his worshippers might challenge the dragon's dominance of the air.
Say it again?
So the Rocs were created by the god of giants so that the giants can fight the dragons in the air. So like these Rocs are like the size of ancient dragons. Like they're humongous. They're huge. Ridiculously
basically the size of the dragon we just fought.
Right. Just about. With a wingspan that's probably even bigger.
I have butterflies in my tummy.
Alright, so you get closer. And then, as your ship kind of floats in, you can see the Rocs are kind of like looking at you side-eye, but the giants have them, pretty well, I won't say tamed, but they have them under control. And they greet you, and they, we've been here for a day or so, but it's easy to find food here. What, are you ready, friends? Do we wait here for the morning? We haven't done much scouting, but it's about 4 o'clock. What say you to next moves? We have what?
Any sign of the ship?
Not from here, but we don't have.
So we were told the ship was to the east of the Whalebones. So theoretically, we would have flown over the area where it's kind of hanging out, because we came from the east.
Yeah. So you went to the Whalebones to meet the giants. And so
yes.
Oh, I'm sorry. I meant west of the Whalebones.
Oh, okay.
I got my cardinal directions mixed up. So they're farther out to sea than the Whalebones is where he would have told you the boat is. I apologize. That was my mistake.
No problem.
I don't know why I think west is east and east is west, but that's what I meant.
I mean, I still get left and right mixed up because I always just assume it's this hand. Because this is the one I use for everything.
I'm right-handed.
It was like, hey, use your left hand. Oh.
All right. So you do know that now that you've landed on the Whalebones, you would have to continue going west to find the ship. And so they're asking, do you want to do that now, or do you want to wait till the morning? Like, do you think we can find them in the roughly 4 hours of daylight we have? What do you all...
I mean, that's a good point. That if it's going to get dark, it's autumn, so it's
about 8
going to
o'clock.
get dark.
It's going to get dark around 8 o'clock-ish.
So we got
Start
4 hours to try and trek, and we certainly don't want to be fighting the Kraken in the dark, I would imagine.
I mean, dark doesn't help you.
No, it doesn't help us at all.
Right.
I mean,
right. So regardless of
it's
it,
bad,
if it helps
bad,
it
bad.
or not, you know it doesn't help you. I mean, up to
Yeah,
you.
exactly.
I don't.
We don't want to find anybody in the dark.
Yeah.
So what do we think? Do we want to camp out and rest? I can prepare the hero's feast. You know,
Yeah,
just before bed, I can prepare the hero's feast, and we can eat, and then
We're already. Oh yeah, Heroes Feast is cool. Yeah, because I was gonna say we're already rested, but yeah.
No.
Do
but I
we
could prepare the
think,
hero's feast, and you could do the glyph.
Well, I can't do the glyph.
Oh, because then you're going to move.
Right.
Oh, right. Yeah, we'd have to know where it is.
Maybe we'll kind of ask the storm giants. Do you think this is? Do you think we're getting into a fight as soon as we spot these guys, or do you think we can do some scouting first and maybe figure out where they are? I guess not specifically asking the storm giants so much as kind of asking the whole group as we're discussing.
So west of the Whalebones is all the information we got from the Oracle.
Yeah, he said it's moving. Like, it's not in one place. He's constantly moving.
Yeah,
but you'll find him west of the Whalebones.
Okay, but no approximation of how far from the Whalebones or anything like that.
No.
So, I mean, realistically, I don't think it's a good idea. Just because I can do Heroes Feast, but also I don't think it's a good idea to go tonight, just because, it's going to get dark, and then what? How far are we talking? Like, this is. Oh, so we can go that far in an hour. Is that right?
Yep. Yeah, 50 miles an hour.
My only argument of any kind for trying to go find him is if we did want to do the mind shield, I could cast it at a 6th level to target. I think it's normally a 3rd level spell. Let me double check. Intellect Fortress, 3rd level spell, can target an additional creature for each spell slot higher. So I could cast it at a 6th level to target 4 of us, right? And I would have to cast it at would have to use my 7th level slot to do the glyph. So if we wait until the morning and then find it, even if I cast that all, I'm using my 6th and 7th level slots for that.
Shit balls. I mean, then maybe it's hard because the Kraken we fought before was really just monstrous. It didn't attack our minds. I don't even know if it did like a frightful presence kind of thing.
I mean, we'll have quite some amount of distance being in the sky, I would imagine.
Yeah, I mean, So we could probably see. So yeah, I mean, let's take a couple hours and go 50 miles out.
So.
Oh yeah, then that's bad news.
So it's 2:30. And I think we're at a great place here to pause so that you don't have to make this decision right now. Right?
Fair.
You have plenty of time to decide if you want to head out immediately or give yourselves a long rest before heading out to find the Slarkestrel, the boat holding King Hecaton. And, most likely a Kraken. And who knows? Maybe the Kraken's friends.
No, please.
No. Okay.
Just the Kraken.
I have one vote for no.
Because the Kraken is going to be so filling, and then if we get fries too, then that's my cheat day, and I need my cheat day for
Folk band. I know.
other stuff.
I don't know. I
thought I did something clever.
I like fries. Besides, there's regular fries, there's waffle fries, there's seasoned fries. You gotta at least try at least some of each, right?
Yeah, right.
You don't have to eat them all.
I just had nacho fries from Taco Bell for the first time last night, and those were shockingly delicious.
Shit.
Nacho fries?
Yeah.
Shockingly
That
delicious.
sounds it.
Yeah, I thought they were really good.
That sounds exactly like the kind of thing that would happen, where this thing that you expect to be kind of shit turns out to just happen to be awesome.
Delicious, yeah.
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 And apparently they're doing a giant
like mixed spice.
Cheez-It thing right now. And my friend thought the giant Cheez-It was going to be delicious, and I said it wasn't going to be, and I was right. It was not good.
Not delicious.
Oh,
It was
no.
literally a Cheez-It this big.
I do
God.
get the extra big Cheez-Its though, because they have more surface area, so they have a better salt to cracker ratio.
Do you want to
In the box, right? Like the box of giant Cheez-Its. Yes, no, this was different. It was not right.
You know what I'm hooked
One
on right now?
giant Cheez-It.
Extra toasty. Extra toasty.
Yes.
Extra toasty
I
what?
did try those, and I was not happy with them. They're like cheese
What?
puffs.
What?
Oh.
No.
Wait.
No. They're like the extra cooked Cheez-Its. They're like
Yeah.
Oh,
They have a little.
Oh
bit
no,
of
I'm
fat
thinking of
to
the
them.
extra crispy ones.
I can't.
Sorry.
Oh yeah, no.
Sorry,
I know what you're talking about. No. These are like
Intolerant.
the slightly charred ones.
I am completely intolerant of Cheez-Its, and it's very sad because I like Cheez-Its.
That is sad.
Yeah.
Oh.
Feel
That is
bad
very
for them.
sad.
It's never.
It's a good thing I made that. It's a good thing I made that potato leek soup vegan.
It was delicious.
Ooh, I love potato leek soup.
It was delicious. All right, I'm gonna stop.